coming.
Hello and welcome back to Roll Call.
Roll call.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
I don't want to say it.
Welcome
Stop.
back to Roll Call.
Welcome back to Roll Call.
There we go.
That's not the line, but we'll let us pass.
You said it at least. You said the name. Hi, welcome back, everyone.
I'm not
twice
being
if
held
you're in
against
danger.
my will, blinking several times.
I've
been gone.
Blink twice.
Are
if
your
you're in
eyes
danger.
dry? Do you need to? You need to?
Yes.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
Oh, we know what we do to dry eyes.
No. No. No, not that sign. No.
The face
Anyway.
just cuts out.
Wait a minute. No.
We call that one guy with the
Wait a
monotone
minute.
voice.
That's Ben Stein.
Oh, Ben Stein.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's why I made the reference. Yeah.
I can't hear half the
Dry
stuff in this
eyes.
Dry, clear eyes.
thing, so. Dry.
Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Super excited to be back. Before we get into tonight's escapades of Dungeons and Dragons chaos, I will pass it across the table to the reflective dragon man across the way.
Ooh, so shiny.
So shiny.
So reflective.
Today we're playing D&D.
D&D.
We did not play last week.
No.
But we're here today.
Hey.
This video will go up on YouTube on Monday.
Monday.
But if you can't wait until Monday for more TTRPG stuff, you can come back Sunday.
Sunday.
For Vampire the Masquerade, DC by Night, Monument of Shadows, story told by Simer.
That's me.
At 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Hey.
But if you want more TTRPG stuff, Si, what can they find then?
You can also go check out the RPG table, where every Saturday night we will be playing, guess what? More Vampire the Masquerade, Chicago by Night. That will be starting at time 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know my times.
Do you?
I do. But if you check it out, I play a horny Malkavian. It's a good time, so... Other than that, as you might have noticed, we do have a pinned link up in chat. For those of you who were familiar with VTuber Kathom, he passed away very unexpectedly this week, leaving behind a partner who has disabilities and can't work, as well as a family, his mom, best friend. We're kind of trying to help them out, raise some funds. So if people are feeling generous, if you could donate, if you can't donate, that's fine. If you could share the link around, the more eyes that get on it, the more chance that we have more donations coming in. We will be leaving this link up for a while, just to try to help, get some continuous help for them. Kathom was a friend of some of us. Has also been on the show before. He was part of the All VTuber one shot that I ran last year. So he will definitely be missed. He was, a big supporter of a lot of different people in a lot of different communities. So now it's kind of time for those communities to help support his family that he left behind. But that's my sad thing for the day. So I can't be sad for the rest of the game.
That's my sad thing.
Wait, John is that way though.
Not tonight.
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 Okay. That's an interesting way to say that word.
Night.
Night.
All right.
No.
Anything else from the peanut gallery?
Summon.
Sorry, what?
Human?
Human?
Sure, we'll
Okay,
go
so,
with that.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, with that all being said, then we'll jump back into the world of Laplear and our Slivers of Fate campaign. Splash.
Cool theme music.
Intro theme.
Guitar solo.
Guitar solo.
Each character doing their own weird thing.
That's indicative of their character, but also the overall feeling.
Cool anime dance.
Flashing lights.
Cool anime dance.
Yeah.
Teresa throwing a
Why do
wrench
I
in the
feel
air
like
and
it
then
needs to
dropping
be
it?
like one of those anime like intros where like the story is like really dark and sad and people die, but then
Jujutsu
it's just...
Kaisen, got it.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Oh, we should do like an ending that's just really like cute and sweet and nostalgic and like totally not.
I mean, let's
Totally
see
not.
let's see how things go in the campaign before we decide to do one thing or the other.
It's fair.
You all die.
I mean, then we could do the funny intro.
I mean, if we all die, then it is very indicative of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Guys, I don't want to die.
Someone's gotta.
I don't want to be
Um,
alone.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Too soon. Too
Always
soon.
too soon.
is it too soon?
It's always too
Always
soon.
Too soon.
It's been
Anyway.
5
So
years.
you have to think about it. Peter Parker had spider sense. He knew he was dying.
Bro, do you know how the mental behind it?
Like he felt every ounce of that. Never mind.
Are we
You know what?
turning
And
this
he
into a
felt
video
it
essay
out.
about that scene?
And then to say,
He felt it.
in
know what?
today's video,
I just realized my number's showing. It's okay.
Oasis. Okay. Ahem. Where we last left off in the Slivers of Fate campaign,
We left off.
our heroic order of tarts had finally made their way into the seaside town of Dramic. This merchant/trade city located on the western side of the continent of Tiroga, nestled into a crook of the mountains. That'll happen after this. Crook of the mountains near the ocean, so to allow for traveling merchant ships to dock into port, but also have a little bit of security so no one could just bombard the crap out of them straight from the ocean. You all arrived into the city with your, I guess, what is it? Escort quest in tow. They immediately departed and thanked you once again and headed towards the docks. The pirates that you were with also departed and started heading towards where they were staying, which coincidentally, after you guys had a bit of time, how do I put, discussing what your plan would be, you all decided to join them. You are staying at the Salty Mariner Inn and Tavern. You guys are checked in under the name of Peanut Express. Right next between, I'm pretty sure it was Skull Splitter and Blood Drinkers.
Yeah, blood.
Hey, listen, them peanut allergies, man, they'll get you every
I'll
time.
get you every.
Our divination wizard figures out what you're allergic to and we throw it at you. So you are all currently in the tavern/bar after having a little bit of time with each other to talk and discuss about what your overall plans are, what the vibe is, kind of get, I will say, a game plan, using that loosely, before someone's esteemed Captain Squall, entered into the building. Papa! Is that you, Papa?
It's been so long.
Typhoon had been engaged in a conversation, reminiscing and filling in about what they had been doing and what had happened. And we ended with the group being called over and you guys beginning your conversations, and for Teresa's non-conversation with Whisper just sitting there awkwardly, quietly drinking. Not drinking.
2 introverts.
Yeah.
6 feet apart because they're not talking.
Pretty much. If this would be the part where you guys could each have headphones on, you would, but...
Yeah.
Um,
Magical headphones.
So yes, we ended with you all just discussing on what you had done and what your future plans were. That is where we picked off with good old Captain Squall asking you what you've been up to and how things were going. And you would Typhoon, you did fill them in on a few things. You didn't hold back, but you also admitted that you didn't say everything because the party.
Yeah. For
So,
safety's sake and
yes.
everything.
So, yes, this is where we pick up. So, technically, everyone's been engaged with except for, like, he got you with the look. He
Yeah.
asked you about your morals. Teresa said it's good that Teresa's over there with Whisper. Whisper needs a friend, and we're stalking with Typhoon. So that's where we pick up. If anyone would have anything they would like to do or say in this, right now the atmosphere is drinks are being poured, conversations are being had. There are some familiar faces, along with the ones that you really don't know. Is Cloud Eyes for the party, except for Typhoon. Cloud Eyes is a new face that you have not really engaged with. Same with Ratcatcher.
But I explained him a little bit.
Yeah. And then you had met Shadowblade. Because she was the one that came over and was talking with you guys at the table because she was supposed to stay there and wait. So, you guys are at a very loud... The bar is, once again, it's not huge per se. It's about half an Applebee's in rough square footage. And with that... I know, right? And with that, you guys are off in the corner, like the captain's quarters, where you guys are at a fairly large table with some smaller standing bar tables off from it, blocked off. Oh, you just now saw that?
Yes, I just.
Oh, I was gonna give you a moment.
Continue.
Yes. So, the captain's chair, the main one at the table, is a very large, very plush, very nice-looking captain's chair, and that is where Squall is sitting with Cloud Eyes to his left, and at this point, Typhoon, you have been brought to the right. You guys are flanking him, and your friends are, at this point, kind of interspersed in the main table. There's, I would say, 2 side conversations, and that's being generous. It's more of 1 side conversation, this main conversation, and Teresa and Whisper just sitting over there.
Yes.
We're going to call that a quiet conversation. So quiet, no one can hear.
Mental conversation.
So that is the scene. If you would like to, before we get into it fully, there, Skye, unless you would like time to think about.
I think I have an idea. I'm just trying to pick the right one. Okay. Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius. Today we salute you, Mr. Supermarket Free Sample Guy. Mr. Supermarket Free Sample Guy!
This is great.
Though man dreads few things more than a trip to the supermarket, you offer us hope and sometimes a free mini weenie. I love that freebie weenie! What exactly do you have? Aerosol cheese products? Deep fried morsels? Who cares if it's on a toothpick and it's free? It could be plutonium and we'd eat it. It's all good, baby! For a guy wearing oven mitts and an apron, you're alright. You're a star! So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, Titan of the toothpick, because you put the free in freedom. Let it be free!
Get me out of here. Get me out of here right now.
You're welcome. So glad I could do that for you.
Fucking Grammy.
Absolutely beautiful. 10 out of 10.
So we're gonna go back and we're gonna go back and clip that. That whole part should be able to fit in one clip. That's your mission out there, dear viewers.
Straight face too.
It's acting.
He's like, yeah, no, we're gonna clip that.
More passion, more energy, more
Passion, more passion, more energy, more energy, more footwork, more footwork.
I freaking loved it.
So as that song begins to fade out, as the tavern players are done taking requests, they're going to go back to their set list. That is where we rejoin.
I would like to bardify my stories in the sense of I'm telling really good stories, and I want to use my shape water to make it look even better. If I can.
Oh.
I can make shapes and stuff.
You can certainly do that. Oh, no. I'm not thinking about if you can do that. I'm thinking about, is anyone at the table helping or detracting from this storytelling?
I'm just making it overly dramatic is all. I'm not trying to like overshare to make it look cool.
It'd be a bold move for Dragonheart to try and shut him down when you say you eat a fire elemental.
Dragonheart ate a fire elemental.
Free fire as I say that.
No, I thought in your head for some reason it'd be like he would tell the story, and then Dragonheart would be like, "You mean when I did that? Shh, shut up, man."
Yeah, no.
I know.
Because I know no one in the group will let me say I did it.
It was more of the sense of him being like, that's not exactly how it happened, and you bringing him back down as you often over-exaggerate what you've done.
Nah, I ain't bringing him down.
John, what are you doing while this storytelling's happening?
Hold on. What's the classic thing? Sitting in my room, not making any noise, pretending I don't exist.
I'll be sitting in my room, making no noise, pretending I don't
Like
exist.
John says, like, don't leak anything, don't leak anything, don't.
Yeah, basically. That's basically John is just sitting there like
And so Titus Crowley's in.
it's just like asshole clenched, just
Not even air could escape.
Constipated looking. Oh my god.
Hey, what's up with the constipated looking guy down the other end of the table?
That's pretty normal around.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, anytime we're storytelling, it's pretty normal, I feel like.
Okay. So then, if no one's supporting or detracting, this will be a flat roll.
No.
I thought that was the detracting. I'll help him tell us. I mean,
Yeah, no, I said help or detract.
No.
I know this group likes
I
to
focused
meme.
too hard on the detracting part. I'll help him.
Okay, so you get not advantage. What you can do is what is your performance modifier, Dragonheart?
My performance modifier is +5.
So you can add an additional 2 to your roll. So you're going to also be rolling performance, but you get to add an additional 2.
Oh, that's good. 16 plus 3 is 19 plus 2 is 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
I help.
Not even a bard. Thank you.
Your help.
I help.
Okay. So with that, Captain Squall is enthralled. He is very much just like, oh, did you do that? Oh, that's quite, oh my god. And then he'll, sometimes when you bring up your fellow crewmates in this sense, he'll look over and go, that one, oh my goodness. Oh, and like, he's really into it. It's kind of like,
Every moment a son looks for.
yes, yeah, kind of moment when the kid's just talking to dad when he's young and the dad's just super into it, but like making him feel good. That.
I'm like feeding off that energy. At some point, I don't know if now is a good time. Probably when things settle down and people go back to their own conversations, I would like to talk like, so what are you doing here kind of thing, but I didn't know if anybody else had to say anything.
I was just hyping you up. That's all I had.
So yeah, is there
Nah,
anything
I
anyone would
appreciate
like
it.
to talk about at the table other than John? Okay, other than John. So Dragonheart, is there anything you'd like to talk about at the table? At this point, someone has taken Nariana, who mistakenly did a shot and thought it was water.
I thought you said, is there anything you want to talk about the table? And I was like, it's a table.
What is this cherry?
It's good
No,
wood.
it's pine.
Fine craftsman.
Pine is a poor choice of
Say
table.
pine? That thing would snap. Someone would
I don't
sneeze
know
and
what.
it would.
I just knew it was a name.
What do you think you do? What,
Redwood.
did you get this at IKEA?
about
Is that pine? Because who's all at the table currently?
Okay, so in total,
I've lost. Is it? You could say, is it the crew?
the crew and you guys, minus Nariana,
Got
who
it.
has been, I will say quickly, you jaunted Nariana back to the room, put her to bed, and then jaunted back.
Okay. I didn't want you to have to go down the whole list. Like, is it everybody?
There are some people you have not been introduced to that are on the pirate ship, but
But
everyone that
it is the majority of people.
other than, I will say, the one that is not here currently is Lysander Stormrider.
Okay.
That is everyone else that you've
Now
met.
that's the twin to the one that was
No.
hitting on.
No.
Okay, I've lost track of them.
Whisper and Shadowblade.
Whisper and Shadowblade. It's Shadowblade that I was mixing with Stormrider.
Yes.
I did the same thing.
Shadowblade is the one that was hitting on me.
Yes.
Whisper is the one that we originally met.
Yes.
Got it. Sorry, it's also been a couple of weeks.
Yes, no, you're fine. I have the list up. I have
I-
descriptions and everything. If you'd like descriptions of them, I can give you those too.
I felt like I was gonna say something, but
That was me earlier.
yeah, I'm blanking hard. I guess I guess outside of like just like all, like hyping up his story as well as like having my own exploits, and I guess Dragonheart would also tell tale of like, it's like, oh, so you got giant creatures in the water. Do you know about the giant creatures in the sand? And kind of talk about sandworms in Dryota.
Yeah, so if you bring up that, immediately Cloud Eyes will lean in and go, tell me more about these sand creatures.
I imagine Dragonheart would talk about how, like, it's like, well, I haven't encountered too many, like, face-to-face. We tend to steer clear of them because of how large they are. But they are a formidable force in the sands.
Now, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but, are there sand pirates? People talk about them, but they don't really bring up much information. And we're, gestures, like, out to the ocean. We're not really into being on land that often.
Would I know of sand pirates? I imagine you're going to say, yes, they exist, but...
Roll me a history, see if you know of any specific ones.
Okay, that's totally fair. I got a -1. That's a 17 still.
So the 17, you do know there's a lot of things to be scared of in the desert. One of which, giant sandworms, giant other sand beasts, various sinkholes that randomly happen from just nature, roving, I wouldn't say barbarians, but roving, like, nomadic people that are very defensive. And yeah, they're sand pirates. They're sand pirates. They often are on a mission for something and generally have a home base in one of the smaller... in fact, we can go... Oh, this is why I like this. Because now we can do this. I can take our viewers...
Across the map.
Across the way to Sliver of Dryota. So, being here in Anel, not too many sand pirates here, but, like, Illiston, Trotson, Suna, Vartai, they each have their own small, like, factions that do go there often. There are smaller villages throughout, but in those big ones, yeah, there's at least a gang that's a sand pirate gang. That's their whole thing of they go and they steal from individuals looking through the vast deserts for lost treasure, and they steal if someone finds it, and then they take it for themselves.
All right. And then I guess I would spin that as, because I guess I'm also, I'm keeping up with the whole storytelling pirate thing that goes on. Dragonheart leans into that.
Very strange that it did that.
He would kind of lean into the same thing and be like, well, the sand pirates are usually scattered and few, but there are rumors of at least one crew that sails these sands, stealing from people the things that they want while sailing across the treacherous sands full of sinkholes and quicksand and other beasts that hide beneath the grains. He's a performer.
That sounds absolutely terrifying.
It is.
I don't know if I would really... I know. I'd probably go if I could have, like, protection, but oh my god.
But it should be known, this is a land with no magic whatsoever. Well, I mean, for a gentleman such as yourself, and your strength is your own, they are hardened people there. You would probably get along quite well.
Well, that is very good to know. Is it true about the whole thing? I haven't stepped onto Dryota myself because of the magic and everything. Is it true Dryota doesn't have magic?
The land itself seems to consume the magic.
Looks to Squall. You don't ever have to go on to land there. Oh, thank goodness. If I ever lost access to my magic, I would probably want to fucking shoot myself.
Yeah. Builds hard people there.
Okay. So, and then...
That's what I had.
Yes. And so you have Cloud Eyes with that. During that whole Cloud Eyes while you're telling that.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else, Typhoon, you'd want to talk about?
Besides what I said earlier, not off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then after a while of talking, if there's no specific other thing to bring up,
No talking, but I think during all of this, Teresa probably would have just like tried to size up Whisper a little bit. Like not in the like antagonistic way,
Yeah.
but more in the like just insight like her vibes. While also trying to like not do anything to disrupt those vibes. The
okay,
introvert vibes.
got it. So you're trying to stealthily incite somebody without making it known that you're trying to size them up. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, you already have disadvantage on insight, so roll insight.
Okay. That's a 16. The first one was a 19.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, right?
So with a
Thought so too.
16, you size up that, like, you're just trying to size her up as a person, as you said. You're not to like,
Yeah.
oh my god, is she going to try and slit my throat or anything, but to, like, as a person. You can tell she's one of those people that, whenever she's in situations like this, she's very comfortable and at home and at ease near these people. But you do constantly see her looking around the room, checking around at doors, at windows, like any dark spots. And with a 16, since, you know, she's not necessarily trying to hide it as much, if there's ever a loud crash or a bang or someone being boisterous when they enter, you see her, like, kind of tense up and, like, sometimes shift towards her side where a blade would be.
Yeah, I clock that and I just try to just match that comfortability to the best of my abilities. Not really do anything to like mess up the vibes, but like if she does occasionally say something, I will respond. But I
Got it.
won't myself start conversation. Because she invited me to our little introvert party of one. So
Does over a 20 on an insight against you reveal that you were attempting to match her vibe?
yeah. She
Okay.
should also probably know that I'm a little nervous, but I maybe not discern the reason why.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, discern the reason why would be a whole. That would be like being able to read your
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. So you tell me if I'm going too far with that
So
narrating.
she will also clock that you are not feeling great.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of quietly. So, how's Ty been?
He's been good. He got in a bit of trouble here and there, but nothing too serious. And if you want me to roll a deception check, that'd be
Yeah, 100%.
that'd be fine. Come on, roll, baby.
15.
19.
Nice. No, then she rolled low. Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that things have been good. He talking about you guys fighting off monsters and stuff. Is that, I'm not saying he's lying, but is he exaggerating?
What are you saying?
The stories I'm telling are what are true story, like they happen. I'm just making them. I'm animifying the stories. I'm making them dramatic. Like over, not like stretching the truth, but you know how like someone who is just stating fact versus someone who's trying to enthrall people's attention.
You're
and just,
over
like, make it-
embellishing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
over embellish. Thank you. That's the word. Thank you.
Then I'd probably respond with, he's proofing it up a bit.
Why does that not surprise me?
Couldn't have my back.
Building us all up just for you to shut them down.
Turn down
This
for
is
what?
I trusted you. You were the chosen one.
I
She
noticed
will-
you're not. Oh,
No, go ahead.
I couldn't help but notice you don't seem to hang out with your group. Little distant.
She will like kind of smirk and smile a little bit and look at you. You're not part of the group, so I understand why you would think that I'm not enjoying myself, but this is me enjoying myself. Knowing
You're
that
more of an observer.
yes, I care more about the fact that my crew is safe and they're all mostly here. So the ones that I care about the most are here anyways. So I
I can
just,
respect that.
yeah. So I just
uh,
relax ish.
I'm kind of the same way. I like to. I only just met these people recently, which isn't a lie.
Well, now you made it sound like a lie.
Now,
Are you a liar?
but
I ain't calling you a truther.
but I've grown a little attached, and I want to make sure that they're all right too.
Well, I'll let you know. As long as they don't do anything to slight the captain or the crew, your friends will be okay as long as they're with us. Not too many people are willing to mess with our crew.
I appreciate that. I'll let them know.
And she will go back to being quiet.
And I will go back to doing the same.
Just, and we're quiet.
And we're
But we're quiet
Chatty.
together.
Yeah, we're vibing.
They're just bobbing their head to music.
It's like at the college party, just like sitting in those chairs, just watching everything unfold, watching people get high, watching people throw up.
we
Yep.
went to very different parties.
The usual.
Huge. People
Um,
playing Cards Against Humanity.
Very
Those
different.
are the parties I was at.
Yeah.
So, after about 30 minutes or so, let me just roll something real quick.
I don't like that.
I'm pretty sure that no one is above this. Oh, 17 is the highest. That's right. Nope. Cool.
Nope.
John,
Yes.
you, as you're sitting there, you don't feel anyone approach, or don't hear anyone approach, but then you feel someone behind you. Excuse me, you're in my seat. You will turn and it is Lysander Stormrider.
Cool. I was just wondering where she was. You know, John would be cordial. John would probably just be like, "Oh, of course, I'm so sorry," and he'll stand up.
kind of look you up and down. The slightest bit of ordering around, and you just gave in. There are plenty of seats to sit down.
Sure, but I'm being polite.
In a pirate bar.
And still be polite and be a pirate.
Gentleman pirate.
As
You
you're
got
not-
me there.
I mean, that's fair. That's a very good point.
Those are rare and often don't survive long.
You're saying I'm unique?
I'm special.
So, like, you think I'm special?
I'm
Swirling
special.
hair.
And damage.
Special.
John will just sort of like, I just don't see a seat worth fighting over.
What do you find worthy enough to fight over?
I'll think about it and get back to you.
That's a typical John answer.
It is. Standard
It's a
John
great one.
response.
Yeah.
I suggest you find out what exactly you're willing to fight for before you get on a ship.
I appreciate the advice. I'll take it into consideration.
You can talk
Fuck
to my
your
lawyer.
chicken
Joe,
strips.
Yeah, I don't say it
Say-
often, but I love John. John's
He's
sassy,
so
like,
sassy.
nonchalant sassy is always so great.
And she will, like, take off her coat and, like, put it around the back of the chair and just push past you and sit down.
Yeah. John will just go probably grab a seat by the two quiet ones. But definitely keeping an eye
I'm
on
imagining
things.
it goes like this. You walk up, they're a bit away from each other, and they both kind of their chairs
Right,
to like you
right.
just bring a chair and sit down between them.
Yep.
Solid.
I'll give John like a little nod and in acknowledgement.
John will nod back, just continuing to kind of keep eyes on things like he was before.
Whisper will lean over. Don't take her too seriously.
Oh, I
She's-
don't.
All right then. I guess you don't need my advice.
Fine, I'll go fuck myself then.
Whisper was trying to like. You just shot her down.
For a moment of talking, he's like, "Nah, I'm good."
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm
Quiet
like,
the
"Nah, I'm
whole
fine."
time. Felt like talking. She's like, "Nah, keep quiet. It's okay."
Just the John basheth, the John accidentally slight. Haha! I'm gonna purposely give jabs back at that one. Oh shit! I was mean to someone trying to. be
Listen,
mean.
I never said he was good at talking to people.
I can't turn it off.
Somebody help me.
Okay. So then we will switch back over to the main table. Captain Squall will. Oh, Storm Rider, you're back. That's great. Did your errand go well? And she'll just look. Hi, Captain. I picked up what exactly we were looking for. Right on time. Well, that's been good news. It's been good news indeed. I think our trip here will be a lot shorter than we thought now.
bum bum ba
I want an insight, but I don't know. But I want an insight. There's a lot there.
I mean, you can either insight Lysandra or you can insight Captain Squall.
I got an insight Lysander.
Lysandra, not Lysander.
Oh, I thought it was Lysander.
Am I close
Hold on,
enough to
where's
hear
that?
this too, or am I too far away now?
You're past 17. You're actively listening.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I would say you hear like Captain Squall go, "Oh, we won't be staying in town nearly as long as we thought." Now, you pick up that part after he talked to to Storm
Got
Rider.
it. Got it.
A 14.
14 with that insight. She picked up something. It's probably not the most legal thing she probably picked up, but she picked up something.
Just be like, all right, that's cool.
So Yeah, that's anything from Typhoon or Dragonheart at the main table.
Go ahead first. You
Well, I don't have a whole lot. I imagine at this point, Dragonheart's he's trying to relax. Again, he's in a little bit more of his element as far as just a bunch of rowdy people who are prone to fight at any second.
Ironhook will come over. All right, I think it's about time you and me do a little bit of a dance.
Okay.
Wait, that's Hook Hand.
Dance ballet.
I knew there was gonna be at least one arm wrestle. I freaking knew it.
You were talking about punching dragons and fought and shit. Oh, well, we'll see if I could do it.
Okay.
That was a good crack.
That was a
Right?
good crack.
Thank you.
Can we get like bonus points for that?
Yeah. Can we
Intimidation.
like advantage?
like
on
advantage for the knuckle crack?
Yeah.
If you were doing this against a person who wasn't a giant meathead, probably. I'll say, if you were doing this against literally anyone else on the pirate crew, yes. But Grom Ironhook is the biggest, dumbest motherfucker.
Hear me out. What if because there's other people at the table and they're there to witness?
That puts on pressure.
I will have him roll
Smart.
performance
It's
to
a
see
mental game.
if he
If
can't
he's
do
dumb,
a larger thing.
It's a mental game.
But if he's dumb, does he pick up on mental?
So, I rolled natural 18. He does get a -3. So, a 15. So, I will say that you can add a +2 to your roll
Okay.
to start us everything off.
Okay.
Let's hype these stories up even
Yes, let's go.
Alright, what do we roll?
no,
We
it
just-
is the dexterity to lock in, and then athletics to knock down. So, straight dexterity, and then athletics.
Alright.
I believe in you.
Don't believe in me.
I don't believe in you. I hate you.
where are you,
Let's see.
Leroy?
Dex is 24.
So you are faster, but barely.
I'll say athletics, he's probably going to be stronger because he's a barbarian.
That's a
Nah,
solid
not
assumption, my
yeah.
guy.
I'm a monk, not a fighter or a barbarian.
Easy, not one right here, right?
Well, I guess I didn't plus the 2, so that would have been... It doesn't matter, I'm still faster, so...
No, I already rolled for athletic.
It's a nat 20, though.
I also got a nat 20.
Hell yeah!
Hey!
We deadlock!
So just lock
Just
in
going
place.
like there's like a clash, like a sound wave.
There's like that
just
anime
ripples out.
shockwave.
There's like people's clothes like flutter. There's like a
Feelings
wind.
coming from your hand.
John with his -1 strength gets blown back in his chair.
Why is their hair turning
It
gold?
Whisper catches your drink for you.
Our hands are heating up. A
Okay.
stunning strike with my finger. Hacha!
Ah, the pinky of death.
That's say,
It's the wushu finger hold!
Not the wish finger hold.
if he wasn't a barbarian and if his con save wasn't cracked.
Yeah, I know. Why do you think I didn't ask about it? I was like,
Both of you just like.
it's a little bit of metagaming in my head where I'm like, it's a barbarian. I know how barbarians work.
I just imagine like you two locked in, but like your pinkies are just down. You're like ding 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 ding. And
Like, if you lose
just
a pinky battle,
just
like you lost a battle, but you haven't won the war yet.
like your guys are just stone faced, but in between your pinkies are just like against one another. Can't roll again.
Just hear
Is
a
it
little
just
tinkle.
strength or the dex again?
Oh, this is athletics still. This is
Okay.
you're dead locked into where you move.
So I'm just going to have you confirm.
I can't see it so far.
So there, you can see the... Oh, damn. That was the first one I did. There's the second one.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna hit you with another
I
one.
It did roll, but it was 2 20s.
I
Solid.
didn't move the first one, so it was there. I used a different dice just to confirm.
Because I saw what direction it rolled from.
So he didn't he didn't get a nat 20. He got an 18 plus. So you with a nat 20, I will say you have...
So that would have been 25 if we're going, but if you want to do just rolls.
Oh no, your nat 20 is definitely going to carry you a considerable bit.
Oh.
So instead of being deadlocked like you were with like this, you have now gone down where if you get another decisive
Got it.
Yeah, let's go.
Anybody got guidance or some shit?
Your cleric went to bed.
Damn it, cleric. Damn it, cleric.
Do we see this?
Oh,
Can I
yeah.
wipe it up? I'm cheering it on.
All right, that would be 23.
Okay, with the 23, you're gonna go back to
Yeah.
the standard. You're still locked in, so you still have. I'm taking off a little bit of his addition for each.
For the
thing.
record, I don't expect to win this because again, he is a barbarian.
He's not raging it.
Yeah, he's not even raging. It's
I
like,
love that you said yet. Well, no, I don't love that, but
look, I'm a dex monk. I'm not a strength
I know,
monk.
I
So
totally-
John is
you
gonna
up.
watch this and cover his. He's not gonna cover his mouth, but he's gonna go like this and just watch.
What are you preparing?
Silvery barbs.
Doesn't someone have to hear you?
It's just verbal. It doesn't necessarily
God
say
will
they have to
hear.
hear them.
Literally
God would
doesn't
hear
say
him.
the bar. You have to hear the barb.
Oh, it says magically distract, but
no.
that
So then
doesn't
they would have to
say-
be. You'd have to have engage with them.
I mean, I could theoretically. If anybody was good
is
at
it like an
Arcana, they'd
illusion
probably
type of
catch it.
thing?
No, silvery barbs.
It's a
is-
mental thing.
Yeah, it's a mental thing. It gives the advantage to one person and disadvantage to.
All right, so that's 22.
Well.
I'm slowly going down.
Does an 18 plus.
Yeah.
So
now
now
we're-
it is on the other way, and you start to feel that, like he's looking, and he is just, but just stone face looking at you, like.
It's in his head. He's like, I know you're fast as fuck, but I'm going to be the strong one here.
Yeah, he is so focused on it. Like, this is like a friendly thing that people
Yeah.
do for competition.
He wants to win.
You see, every so often he looks over.
He's got the checkerboard knee pads. He wants to win.
Um,
For anyone's reference, that is something Macho Man Randy Savage says when he was on commentary about Sparkplug, who was an old wrestler who had checkerboard knee pads, and he was a racer. So he was like, he's got the checkerboard knee pads. He wants to win.
So you see him just looking over at Sable every so often, just to see if she's like paying attention.
Oh, he's trying to show off. I clock? So I clocked that he's like hoping to like show off. Is there a way that I can like lock eyes with him and kind of like look back and
Do
almost
the
like
like bro knowing. You know what? Because I want this to be a fun and atmospheric and light time with recent events of everything you guys have been through, we're gonna roll for bro.
Okay, let's roll for bro.
So I will say that everyone in this party has a bro score.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold
And
on,
that
I'm adding that to my skills.
That bro score is directly tied to how broy you are. It's only a 1, 2, or 3. You're either bro time, can hang, and no chill. Well, technically, can chill, no chill is 0.
Yeah.
So no chill.
That's fair.
Our threes are we have 2 3s in the party, which would be Typhoon and Dragonheart, obviously. I would imagine Nariana is a 1 because she may be religious but a little bit more carefree than John. And then I would say Claw is probably a 1 just because of accidental. Teresa, I would say that you're a 2.
2. Yay, 2. I'm average.
You're not average.
that wasn't the outcome I was expecting from that.
The outcome you got.
No, I mean I'm average.
Oh. Okay. So, roll plus 3. So you're gonna roll a d20 plus 3.
Oh, and that will determine how.
That's the bro.
Okay. That would be a dirty 20.
He got 21. So he sees your bro.
Okay, so he sees that I'm bro. So does that mean yes?
You've made contact.
Okay. So then, can I say that I make a big show of, kind of like you know that like defeat, like no, like help him slam my hand
You're gonna
down.
throw it.
I'll throw it and
Roll performance with advantage.
19 plus 5. So
Yeah, you throw it. There's a moment where like he gets into it and he understands what you're doing just enough where he kind of gives you a little bit of leeway back before he goes, no, not like this. And you guys go back and then there's that struggle and then the part of the hand pin where it's not just a down, it's like that boof bounce of force and energy. And you lose. And Grov's like, that's right. I'm the strongest one here. No doubt about it. I could fight a dragon if I wanted to.
Does he shout for Sable as he does it?
no, he's got to make a big show, but not acknowledge her.
Yeah.
And, Dragonheart would kind of respond like, "Indeed, my friend. If I had you across, standing beside me across from a dragon, I know for sure victory is entailed. Let me buy you a drink in your victory."
I kind of like that. I like the way you talk.
I don't get all of it, but I like it.
Makes me sound fanciful.
He said something about fighting a dragon. He'd be lacking that with me. And you got free beer, all right?
I'll take a barrel.
Oh, goodness.
Did offer to buy him a drink.
Fair enough.
He didn't say what side.
He's dumb, but he ain't that dumb.
True.
He's been a pirate for a while.
Guess I'm buying a barrel.
How much money you got?
How
much is it?
In total, I have equivalently of 230 gold.
Okay, you have enough to buy a barrel.
Is it going to wipe me out?
No,
Okay.
not in the slightest.
Okay.
I just couldn't remember what you had.
Yeah,
And
I
didn't wanna go
have
through-
like 8 platinum, 150 gold, 8 silver, and
We're in a pirate bar.
I don't flash my money around.
Don't tell the pirates you have money.
I ain't telling them diddly.
No, we're telling God in a prayer right now.
Yeah. God, how much money do I have? Roughly this much.
You have money.
Enough for a barrel. So you go over to the bartender, and it is right. It's back. It's the puffin bartender now because the albatross has changed shifts. Can I just side note real quick? I went to the National Zoo recently, and when we got to the aviary part, I wrote down all the different types of birds so I can look them up and make them Americocras. There are some sick birds out there, folks. Make Americocras. Don't just go, it's a sparrow. It's a robin.
It's a bird.
Make it a cassowary.
That was a plan. Oh, what?
Make it a shoebill.
I've heard of that one.
There are a couple of birds like the shoebill. I want to make.
Yeah, you do. I know. It's like,
Yeah, stuff like the shoebill. I want to make an. I think I have a note on my phone that has them on there.
I would not be in that game.
That and a kookaburra, I think, would be a really cool area.
Bard.
Yeah.
Just a stand-up comedian bard. That's the whole thing is laughing. Anyway, so back to into the moment. It is the puffin. Hi, what can I do for you?
Well, I have seemed to have lost a certain arm wrestling competition, so I am owed a beverage, and I guess in this case, it's a barrel.
You lost the iron hook, did you? It's fine, it happens. Yeah, he's won, I think, looks up at the board where you see he has taken his hook and he has just
Carved
etched
him in.
another one. That makes, it looks about 153.
Wow.
All right, go ahead and get that fourth one up there.
So don't, we'll give you a barrel.
Count that.
Oh, he doesn't know
He doesn't
how many.
count. He just carves and someone
He
tells him
just
how
goes,
many.
yeah.
That's fair.
A barrel in this case would be like 5 gold.
Okay.
It's not the most expensive. They don't charge you the most expensive, but making a profit at this bar.
We'll say that it looks like I scraped together like silver and copper is enough to make the 5 gold to
Okay.
continue that illusion of not flashing money.
The illusion.
Delusions, Michael. So yeah, you buy it and I'll be like, I'll get that ready for you in a minute. Just tell him it'll be over there in his spot.
Will do, thank you.
Spot.
And I
Yeah.
will report back to Claw. Or Hook, sorry.
Yeah, say, you go back to the room?
Hey, Chloe.
Hey, I lost.
You awake yet?
Hey, thanks. Claude. Fine. You'll get him next time, champ.
Thanks, Claw.
Then you head back. Ron will be like, oh, all right. Means I need to go get me mug.
Does he just sit there and scoop?
Yeah, remember, he has the mug attachment for his hook.
That's
so he,
right, yeah.
he literally.
Oh, I
used
forgot about that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that happens. Back at, I guess, introvert table. Is there anything? Any conversations happening?
At the introvert table.
Look,
They're
I
playing
just.
like dominoes. in
I want to
silence.
give you the just capacity if you'd like to talk to each other.
Is Whisper saying anything? Did she seem to like make a comment or like have like a weird thing as John came over?
Oh, when John came over,
Yeah.
roll me an insight again. It just obviously it's advantage, but roll me
Yeah,
an insight.
obviously. 15. I'm
Okay.
doing good.
Somewhere a monk wants to use vicious mockery and insult the DM. Listen here, you. That was mean to me. Not my channel. Not my house.
You monster.
You're a monster. Let's roll initiative first. So with a 15, you can tell there is a little bit of excitement when John starts to walk over and whispers like, "Oh, I could talk to this guy. Like he seems pretty cool." And then now that after that whole thing where John just like she was giving advice and John just cut her off, she's kind of like, okay, one of those. So it doesn't have
just-
any reaction towards like at when all this is happening. There's just looking around.
I'll just like lean over and just to like whisper and just be like, try not to take it too personally. He's a little rough around the edges, but he's all right.
Yeah. She'll look over at him. It reminds me of someone else I know.
Is John hearing any of the like?
Yes,
I thought I sat
like,
between them,
probably.
so I'm sitting there like they're having this conversation like behind his back,
So-
and he's
That's
just
what I
like
thought.
hearing all it.
Well, I want to say, technically, you won't hear Teresa's. With your passive, Whisper's not really trying to hide it.
Mhm.
So you would hear Whisper's side.
And she just said, all she said was sound like somebody else I know.
Yeah.
Okay, well that doesn't mean anything to him. So
He's like, I don't care.
basically,
That's neat for you, guy.
Cool story, bro. Keep going.
Oh.
Just somebody who used to be on the crew.
Mm.
I feel shame.
I'll like give a nod. Not like pressing any further. Glance at John.
You press further.
Your
Glance
turn.
back.
just like they're both glancing at him, and he's just like,
What? Is something on my shirt?
yeah, basically.
Did I spill wine?
So I get like my sleeve and ketchup or something.
Oh,
There would
Whisper will be like, "Oh, you got a little something."
All right, whatever.
She really took offense.
Yeah. I mean, look, okay, when introverts try to reach out,
I mean, that's fair.
We'll ship back to
it
main
means they
table.
trust
That's hilarious.
you, right?
So, time, your boy.
Hmm?
Is there... I know we briefly discussed potentially you needing to ride with us, and we were going to be in town for a few days.
Yeah, possible.
Just between you and me, between, us, are you guys in active danger?
I mean, no, we're not in danger right now, no.
Oh. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Hold on.
Check, we're not in any active danger. I mean, we're not.
Okay.
Yeah, but
He will incite your answer, and you're taking it literally active danger.
I sure am.
And you
100%.
you will see him go, Typhoon, I didn't mean like, obviously you're not in literally danger in front of me. I'm talking to you. I'm not stabbing you with a blade.
I meant like within the 3 past days or so, like the past week, we've been fine. I mean, there was like a bear person that tried to rob us, but that didn't work out for him.
A bear person.
I forget what they're called. Not a werebear, but like it was a bear that could talk more. So no, we saw a talking bear too. That was something else actually. That was.
Typhoon
That
just keeps
was-
talking to his
It was
screen.
like a circus, honestly. That was interesting. That was actually right outside of town. But I'll explain the bandit bear person that I forgot what he was.
Where bear?
Oh, he was a werebear.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so we saw a werebear. He tried to rob us. Along with what was with him? Was it Knowles? No, was it?
More bears.
It was just bears.
I thought other things were good. No, because Tristan wasn't there that time
Oh.
when the bandits were attacking us, and it was when John was really cool. Actually, I remember John like murked the guy like in front of me.
Back when
It was
John was
crazy.
cool and not a
Man, you guys
lame.
remember that one time John was cool when he just fucking killed someone?
He annihilated.
When John broke the law, that was pretty cool.
I mean, it's a person raised as a pirate. Yeah, yeah, it is. And I recount that story and tell them about it.
Okay.
Not even his question, but that's what I tell him.
Whew.
I'm
So,
just really excited that I'm here. That's why Typhoon's like that.
so you kind of just word vomit at him like, oh, we're not in danger, like, like going through the past week's worth of crazy things that you've been in.
That I'm allowed to mention.
And we met this resistance camp.
Yeah, right.
And
Oh.
John has something in his brain.
Okay. I mean, don't take this as me being too forward or looking into maybe things that aren't here. You know how things go sometimes. But if you didn't take a boat getting onto the Sliver, why are you taking a boat off Sliver? I'm
Out of
not.
character.
Yeah.
Just to remember myself, we're not being hunted right now, as far as we know. But
Not
they
actively.
generally know that Teresa exists. Right?
Would you like helpful DM reminder about some things?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember myself. I don't know
Unless
which
a
notes
player
I'm
would like to
on.
jump in with me.
We literally have Murderbot 9000 with us,
I know that,
which is
but,
like,
They
So if
don't
and then the
know-
whole situation that happened in Felidin.
that's okay.
Yeah.
We're think of it like we're carrying contraband.
They
More or
don't know
less.
we exist. Like, the government doesn't know I exist, and we want to keep it that way.
Sure.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how
Yeah.
to spin this.
Well,
That's why.
they're not aware of my whereabouts. And we
Sure.
want to keep it that way.
That's more accurate.
Yeah.
And his question was again, sorry.
Why exactly, if you didn't come by boat onto Sliver, why are you going by boat off Sliver like this?
Let me think. Can I make an intelligence roll for 2 things? I forgot one of them already. Anyways,
For
to
one
come up
thing.
with to come up with something that is a half truth, but not telling him anything in particular. But what I was thinking along the lines was like, I know me and Dragonheart kind of got like arrested for a moment by the cops for trying to help out a store owner. As like maybe we can use like we just don't want any problems with the thing. And then there is like some weird incident. They're trying to keep everyone on the sliver right now. We don't want to be on the sliver. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with something without saying something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like a half truth where he won't dig deeper and like it won't look like I'm super lying, but like without giving information.
Okay. I mean, saying that you got arrested and like there was other complications would make sense.
Yeah, and they're like trying to lock down the sliver because the sliver is like overbearingly like strict for some reason, and I don't want to be on here anymore. Well, we don't. We have other prior. Oh, do we have prior arrangements? We just want to get to another sliver because we're gonna do something there, and I don't remember what that is. But anyways,
So you want
Not
to
be here.
Yeah, not be here.
basically.
So you want to omit some truth to make it a lie of omission.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Well played.
Yeah,
well
that was
played.
good time.
Yeah, I'll let it be. He wouldn't, being who he is and being your connection with him, I'll let it be. Oh, well, if it's just that, then yeah, no, we're fine. That's fine.
Fantastic. I was actually curious. What are you guys doing in town here?
Well, as the crew kind of told me that they told you, we're trying to not completely change our label by any stretch of the imagination. What we're trying to do is just diversify the portfolio, change up business so we have different avenues in case piracy doesn't always work out. So then we're a bit better.
Insight.
Yep. And this is why.
19 plus 7. Ooh, 19 plus 7.
Nice, 26.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna put in 26, but this is exactly why things in father-son like drama and comedy things happen. The dad just goes, "I trusted you implicitly, son. I don't need to look into you." And then the kid's like lying and being like, then going, "You're a damn liar, father." Like, I love you, son. I love you too, you lying sack.
You piece of shit. Love you, Dad.
So with the 26 insight on what he just said, you get the sense that, I mean, he is legitimately trying to diversify in what they do so it's not pure piracy. And knowing what you know of him and his whole mindset, it's very interesting and pretty unexpected to do a shift into it and not just let it naturally happen. Mind you, you're getting this because you got a 26. So, and you also get the sense of, as he's talking about, like, establishing, like, as a trading company under one flag and then changing flags depending on what we're doing based on who's around and whatnot for a little bit of cover. It seems like there's some sort of pressure being put on him, and he's just trying to remain the stalwart captain and not have to worry about it. And have people not worry about him.
And I was, because it's like, it seemed strange anyway, so I would have probably, like, leaned in a little bit closer and just, like, asked, like, did something happen? Like, are you in danger? Like, in a little bit more serious tone, but also that caring, like, genuinely, like, are you okay?
Roll me just persuasion.
Show me the money. Every time I say it works. 19 plus. What's my first? 3. 20.
That's pretty good.
Dude, this die, I love it right now.
This is also like actual emotional tense relationships with people. You just ask a question, then immediately go, "Are you gonna talk to me?"
Come on, Dad.
Come on, Dad, meet me.
I'm right here. Just talk to me.
Exactly. We all get it. No, wait. Most of us get it.
I never had a father.
Damn it.
What's that from? Forget.
A bunch of things. He'll take a moment.
What is not having a father from?
There's a lot's been happening since you've been gone, boy. Maybe sometime maybe later, if you and your friends want to talk, we can talk about things, or just I would be good to catch up with you and have a
Like that.
father-son chat.
I would actually, yeah, there are some things I'd like to talk to you about. I found out some information about my past family.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Now I have to kill you.
Well, that's
Wait, what?
What?
that's wonderful.
Obviously not to kill him.
I can't wait to hear all about it. We don't have to talk about it right now. I'm pretty sure you don't want to be bringing that up in front of everyone here.
Yeah, I feel like some people are gonna joke on me, you know, but it is what it is. They all mean well, some of them.
Okay. So unless there's anything else, we're gonna do a time jump into the. If you guys would like to meet with him before bed, you can, or in the morning.
I guess I might have asked, like, does he need help with anything? Just kind of like for old time's sake.
We can talk about that later, boy. But I mean, I also don't want to get you involved too much into what we're doing. You know, you're technically no longer affiliated with us, so.
Yeah, but family's still family.
Hey, boy, I know, and he'll like tussle your hair a little bit, but you seem to have some friends that wouldn't do too great as on fugitives.
I mean, I was offering my help, not theirs. But
Fuck those guys.
I say as we're all fugitives.
We're all. They're
I
not
know I cannot speak
fugitives.
for you guys at all. That's what I'm like,
They're
I'm not
fugitives.
including John in that for sure.
That's fair.
So we'll say you guys can have a moment. The four of you can have a moment because all you have to do is Typhoon just get up, bring Dragonheart over to
Yeah.
Quiet Table, and then you guys can meet up to discuss if you'd like to meet with Captain Squall after everyone else goes to bed, or in the morning.
I'll excuse myself if I see like the groups gathering from Whisper just for a moment. And
Oh, I thought we all gathered.
Yeah, we're
at
going to
the
the quiet table.
Yeah, we're going to the quiet table.
one with
so-
Whisper.
No, I would excuse myself.
Away from Whisper, like down a little
Away.
bit, yeah.
Oh, okay, we're going to a
Yeah.
different one. Okay, gotcha.
Relative area, but away from Whisper.
I don't
So you
want her.
called
No,
Whisper table the quiet table also, so I got confused.
Yeah,
Quiet Kids
okay.
Table.
we call it the introvert table.
Well, then I guess John would move too. So
You not really move. It's more of like just shifting down a little bit.
yeah.
What's up?
Hello, fellow
I'm
friend.
trying to raise that bro score, I see.
Just catching up.
I saw, dude.
Saw, dude.
Dude.
I mean, if Typhoon mentioned it, I would probably say like maybe give it until next morning so I can like solidify my shit.
I mean, yeah, plus
Because
everyone's probably gonna get shit faced on.
yeah. So my vote is for morning.
Do pirates actually wake up in the morning?
I mean,
Morning
if
is
they say
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wake up in the morning and I say, ARG!
Arg.
But yeah, that sounds good. And just to make sure, I want to confirm this. He is allowing us passage.
From what he said, yeah, he's planning on it.
Okay, so I will like mention like, hey, like as far as we've spoken so far, he is allowing us passage on his ship. So hopefully everything will be okay. If everything resolves with whatever he's doing here now. So I mean that's one less thing to worry about.
We don't
Oh, and I
have
told
to
him.
part. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna. I would say also, I told him the reason why we're like trying to sneak off instead of like using the train or whatever is because of insert fake truth here.
Insert half truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so we're all on the same page here.
Sounds floatable.
See, I can do a good job.
Um,
John is listening. He's like half listening while still keeping an eye on things.
Yeah.
Typhoon's like, see, I can do good, John. John will just like,
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah.
right?
Sure. Yep.
I never get recognition here. Okay.
John's your
Hey.
is like new dad. Just want you to respect me and tell me I did a good job. Are you proud of me, Dad?
Tell me I'm a good boy.
We don't have to like we're not obligated to like help with pirating, right?
John just side glance.
God, I was laughing too hard. No. They're doing their thing where we can do whatever until it's time.
So we can like stay out of it.
Yeah, no.
We don't have to like do anything
even-
until we
yeah.
reach our destination.
As far as I know, nope. He even
No,
seems to recognize
no.
that you guys.
Hold on, that's not what I said. I'll
What did you
explain
say?
more what I meant because I don't want you to like go down a completely wrong path.
It's like, nah, it's fine.
You don't have to
Except
do
he's
anything to
lying.
help him with his current business in the city. He didn't say anything about you guys not having to do anything on the ocean.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, we're good and we don't need to help him in the city. He didn't say anything about on the ocean. But it also seems like he recognizes that some of us, don't want to be involved in anything illegal. So hopefully that's a good thing.
Perhaps that's something we
Yeah.
can discuss with him further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably talk with him in the morning-ish noon time.
Are we like relatively alone?
I mean, you guys can talk. It's a loudish bar. Whisper.
Okay.
Obviously, recognizing you guys are talking, will just shift as far away as possible.
Okay. Dragonheart, while I was here, I've been giving it some thought about like what I want my alias to be.
Okay.
Can you do a like a Displacer Beast mask?
Okay, so you're going with the Displacer Beast. All right.
Yeah.
That is the definite option.
It could be like, give me the chance to do the little bait and switch thing.
Yeah.
But also show like, it could be a reason as to why I don't talk much. I don't know. They seem very like,
Quiet.
stealthy. Quiet. I don't know. I've never wait.
That is Brandon going through like the lore of a Displacer Beast in his head, going, "Do I recall them ever being quiet?"
Quiet,
I mean,
not
they're
so much.
stealthy, right?
They're dexterous,
Right,
but they
it's-
don't hide. They just
They're like,
literally
"Hey, I'm right
make a
here, but guess what?
hologram.
I'm also right behind you as well. There's two of me. Fuck
So-
you."
Yeah.
Trickery.
Yeah.
That.
Trickery.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
stealth. I mean,
Okay.
technically, they're a cat.
They are a
They always
cat.
land on the.
Do we like need to come up with like a story or reason on why you'll be suddenly wearing a mask out of the blue?
I mean,
The story is
could
that
just-
she's my apprentice and she has to be gifted the mask, which is why she hasn't
Okay.
worn it yet.
So, but like my thing is like she just got gifted over the night. I mean, I'm okay with it. I just want to make sure we're good.
So that mask is gonna take more than overnight.
Yeah.
I don't. Make
Yeah.
masks. I don't. These things.
It's going to take some time. Yes. So, yeah, we can make that work. We'll figure it out.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Sewing montage.
But yeah, I think. I mean, I'm voting for next morning talk to them.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully in private set. I do, and like obviously, I know we still want to withhold information and whatnot, but like, I personally fully trust him, but I also want to make sure that like everyone's comfortable. Like, of how open do we want to be with the captain, specifically just him, one-on-one.
we're not gonna tell them anything about me, I think.
I don't think we can with John's little headache.
Because I don't want them to... Yeah, I mean, that.
Is that what we're
That.
calling it? John's little headache.
Yeah.
I mean, without saying too much, yeah.
It's my migraine.
It's my migraine.
Little headache is written.
If you guys see me being, like, a bit more introverted on this trip, don't pay me any mind. I'm just trying to not draw as much attention to myself as possible.
It's probably for the best. Personally, Typhoon, there are quite a few things I don't think that we should tell them.
I mean, and that's fair, and that's why I wanted to ask, because I know, like, my relationship with him is completely different. Like, I fully trust him, but that's with me in my personal life. All of our situations is a whole nother thing by itself.
I also told Whisper that you're kind of embellishing, so.
You guys just love tearing down our stories, don't you? First, we didn't need a fire spear. Now I can't tell. All right.
No, she was
no.
asking.
You couldn't go with it. You're part of the party. I hyped you up too. That punch was crazy.
She had good insight.
You could have led the insight astray.
No, I think she would have thought she would have picked up that I was
That's a part of the
giving
story.
shit.
Let them wander.
Let them... All right. Look,
I mean, personally, it's all good.
next
We'll figure
time,
it out eventually.
next time, I'll stick up.
Yeah, we gotta support each other in our stories because we gotta sound like badass. Nobody wants to mess with us.
Are we really?
I'm gonna be honest with us with the freaking peanut name and a tart name. No, we don't sound like fucking badasses. That's why our stories need to be on point. I swear to God.
That's the realest thing.
I would say I'll be like, sorry, Rin. I'll look like beside John, guessing wherever Rin is. Like, sorry, Rin. Love your tarts. But the name's not really like. It's not like, it's like hee hee.
I mean, I had a friend who had a peanut allergy.
That's
real
crazy.
nasty.
It's not like there's spells or anything for that. It's crazy.
It's real nasty.
No one else is nasty. Is getting stabbed.
Look, if you want to change the name,
I mean, I would
go
feel
right
bad.
on ahead.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying our story's gotta be badass because our names sure as hell are not gonna be.
Look, it's fine.
But maybe that's what's gonna
Let
be
us
fun,
be
lead 'em
underestimated.
astray. I mean, that
Let
could be
us
fun,
be
yeah.
underestimated. It's not,
I don't want to get picked on. You know how embarrassing that is? Gosh.
He's regressing,
And
guys.
do you think we can't handle a little?
I'm not saying
little-
we can't handle it, but it's my old crewmate.
You want to look good in front of him. I know.
And the truth comes out.
I mean, at the
You
same
wanna look
time,
good in front.
like I said, it's a cute name. But sometimes it's really funny, it's funny, not bad in a way, but it is funny introducing ourselves as the Order of Tarts after we kill a dragon. Who are you? We're the Order of Tarts. It's huh?
And we toasted this dragon.
Huh? Yeah.
Please tell me he's not saying that name very loudly.
Oh no, I'm imagining this is a quiet conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Thank
within
you.
the
I'm not gonna be.
I'm asking because the player's voice is
He's
getting
doing-
louder, so I
No,
want to make
that's
sure that it's.
I will
yeah.
take
He's doing a loud whisper.
I say,
not
if
yelling
there's
it, no.
a moment where you guys don't say you're coming together quietly and that were to happen, 100%. But for this, you're fine.
I'll start talking about the peanut gallery instead. Wait, that's what we called it, right? Peanut
The
gallery.
peanut
Peanut
Express.
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 Peanut
I
Don't forget,
wrote
it's
my-
spelled peanut, the letter X, press with a Z. To be like the
That's
youths.
so radical.
God. You know what? Actually, no, I'm not saying that. Anyways,
We gotta be cool. The E in peanut is a 3.
we killed the E. That's what it was. Yeah. There's our edge. No, I'm kidding.
What is this, like a hacker?
Okay.
John's just like this. He's just ignoring this conversation entirely.
You just start going off and you just hear like Ave Maria, and just your brain is just
Focus,
like
we have to talk.
No, John's focusing on whatever the hell is going on in the rest of the bar. He's just completely ignoring his own party at this point.
So okay, as
Fair.
you're looking around, you do see there are several people drinking aggressively towards one another. Like, I'm gonna out fucking drink you this time.
Pirates at their fight.
Reminds me of school.
Reminds me of home.
And then you also see some individuals that look like they're getting ready to fight, and like they're like, "Oi, bro, meet me out front, that way, right?" And the people go, "No, John, that way."
That's the John. Are you
Different
brother?
John, spelled the lame way.
J
You're the cool way.
Jon? JOHN?
The way you rethought how to say the lame way.
And you also notice that after a lull, you will see, as you're actively watching, and you're not necessarily hiding this, you will see Lysandra go over to Captain Squall and hand what appears to be a bundle of papers outside of a ledger.
Okay.
I would
So,
like to ask the group just like if there's anything they want to know about the crew. Just putting it out there. I know like John has concerns in general, but they're not listening to me.
John, you would hear that.
I did say I wasn't listening though.
I
would
did
say
say
you're not,
this.
because
This
I
is
know you're not
accurate.
listening. I know like you're saying that not knowing is good, but also like knowing certain things is good. So that's what I'm just putting it there if you want it.
Is there anyone on the crew who's a real threat?
So dear.
I'm not when he means that, he doesn't mean like somebody who is threatening, but somebody who is like legitimately like cutthroat.
Concerning might cut us in our sleep.
Observant.
Like not somebody who's just a pirate, but maybe somebody who like likes to murder things or like
A murderer.
Who's a psycho?
yeah,
Who
who's
the
a
fuck is a
like
psycho?
yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So there are some individuals that you would come to mind of being like, oh, they're pretty piratey. Like we say, try to leave some alive, and they say leave one alive, type people. The captain says some. These people are like, we just got to leave one alive. That type of cutthroat. The main one that stands out is Tide Hunter. Tide Hunter is a Kenku.
Let's see if I have. Oh, I see. The Cancun. And would I know all that information you sent me about him?
Hmm.
I mean, I feel like I know the crow's nest part. Would I know that he's a monk and that specific monk?
Yes.
You guys heard none of that, by the way. That's crazy.
So yes.
Okay. So then, like, I'd give it some thought and, like, maybe mumble some names like, they're a little bit over the top. Oh, wait, the one you gotta probably be the most careful of is, Nimble. He goes by Tide Hunter. He's the, wait, is he here right now? Like,
No.
in the area? Okay. He's a splash fish race? What is a splash
No,
fish?
that's his name. Nimble
Oh,
Splash
okay.
Fist.
He's a cantrip.
His way of
He's
open
a-
hand. You wouldn't know his monkin style, but if you described his fighting style, it's very much those big, like, strikes in that just...
Yeah.
poof
I'd explain
people.
that part to Dragonheart because he might know about it.
Yes, if describing it, you would know his way of open hand.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
he does
slapper.
it like this. Yeah. He
Yes,
does
slap
slap a
the
lot.
spaghetti.
Even if like you just do something unnecessary, like if it's small, he might slap you. I don't know.
He's been known
usually-
to... His big thing is he's been known to, whenever you guys do make land, to go and pick up a... Like, if you're going to be in Lit Town for a little while, pick up a gig as a, like, performing artist. And then also do contract kills.
Yeah, he's like
The dichotomy of
It's
man.
really crazy. Yeah. He does that, and he hangs out usually in the crow's nest. So like, just look out above you
Got it.
or below you. Honestly, you never know nowadays. I'll point him out when we get there. I see him.
All right.
Anything else people want to ask Typhoon about the crew? Okay.
I can't think of anything now.
I
Then
can't think.
we will, unless there's something else, we will jump to you guys getting going to bed and getting a long rest. I imagine you have Constantine stay up and watch the.
Oh
game.
yeah. 100%.
Not even a question. On
That's
that.
no, not a question at all.
Hollyhock
Before
will.
going,
Chill on me because I will be drinking with my crew if you guys are going to bed already. I'm gonna be honest.
Well,
John actually probably wouldn't go to bed till everybody else does.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying at the end. This is like we're
The
fast forwarding.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, as you guys get ready to go to bed, Captain Squall will. I'll be seeing you in the morning. We'll say we'll get up pretty early. We'll say we'll meet around 10.
Wow, that is early for you, especially since it's like what 6 a.m. or I don't know what time it is.
Oh, it's probably about 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I ain't gonna knock out then if that's the case. I gotta wake up at 10.
So, you guys will go to bed, get your long rest
long
with your
rest.
with your more than one ally that can stay up technically all night due to its magical nature and watch the door. There's nothing that goes on. You have Hollyhock, you have Constantine, and you have Fang. All of them.
I was gonna say I'm gonna also journal like what happened today and everything, kind of like log it with everything that happened.
Nice.
Yeah.
So similar into letter form.
Mhm.
Anyone else have a nightly thing they want to do before bed? No, I'll be at this point. Nariana is loudly snoring.
I think before bed, Teresa would approach John at some point. Say, hey, you got plans tomorrow?
Not really.
I heard that there was a museum nearby. Was thinking about checking it out before we head out. You want to come with?
Is that a good idea in your current... He'll just, like, gesture to the fact that we don't have a hat of disguise anymore?
It's a little risky, but I figured if I keep my head down enough, like I did today, that it probably wouldn't attract too much attention.
I guess we can try. I don't want to make you feel like you're sequestered.
I understand. I obviously wouldn't want to do anything that would bring unnecessary attention to us. I don't want to keep putting everybody in harm's way. It's just a little bit of a, I guess a little bit of a selfish thing. Just wanted to see what was at the, at the museum in regards to, my whole thing. So.
I mean, we can, if you'd like. I just ask that we stay vigilant.
Of course. I'll be vigilant. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay. So, with that, we are going to take a quick break.
Break!
We'll be right back with you guys talking to Squall for a hot second, and then we're gonna go to the Maritime Museum.
Maritime
Ah!
Museum.
Is there a gift shop?
Probably.
We'll see.
Can we get onesies? No, I'm kidding.
Oh God. So with that being said, we'll be right back. So don't go nowhere. Bye.
Bye.
Better be.
Boy.
Yeah,
And we're back.
Flirt.
oh, I like that cup. That looks cool.
I got it at Gen Con.
It's his certified Wild Bill's Gen Con cup. Here, you're welcome.
You have to
Certified.
do a wild magic character now.
Every time you drink out of this, I'm gonna roll a Wild Magic Surge.
All right.
We're about to die.
Cup explode.
No, I don't want to do this. Stop drinking. Stop drinking, Tristan.
didn't do
Anyway,
it. I dare you.
so
He
it
called
is.
your bluff.
Yeah, he did. It is now the morning.
Mm.
You all get your long rests.
We survived.
No one even came to your room.
We didn't get stabbed.
Yay, no stabby stab.
And you guys, I mean, like I said, you guys go to real late. So I imagine you guys are all getting up and ready around the same time.
I mean, if he said that he was going to
yeah.
be up around 10-ish, I will attempt to do that.
Seems feasible. I mean, if everyone else is waking up,
Yeah.
they can just wake up, Ty. So you all are up and at 'em and getting ready. Tai Chi, Chai Tea.
Yes.
Okay. Nariana and Claw. Oh yeah.
I just wanted to ask Ty something real quickly. What is your captain respect? Like, is it strength? Is it
Oh, like
knowledge?
character-wise, I was going to say money.
I mean, both are probably acceptable.
The almighty
really,
go.
though. You're not wrong. Out of character-wise, I mean, DM, you can also help me, but I'm assuming like I wouldn't say honorable, but honorable to a sense in a pirate sense. I don't know. That's kind of wavery too. DM help.
Loyalty.
Screams and
Loyalty. Oh fuck, I fucked that up. I left.
Loyalty.
You
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
leave. He, remember, if you recall correctly, he gave you his blessing.
I mean, that's true.
You didn't
Is
really
it
leave.
loyalty to him, or just like if someone shows that they're loyal to like a
I mean,
thing?
I'm sure he respects loyalty to him, of course, like with his crewmates and everything. But as far as I can tell, loyalty in general and standing your ground on that, you know, like
Okay.
following what you believe.
Freedom.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean that's why he's a pirate. You know, freedom is one of the reasons.
Freedom.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people are pirates, bro. Honestly. Well, besides also probably being like ostracized and kicked out of areas. Being wanted is another reason.
Pure
Some of them are just
survival.
Murders. Plus the money is a big. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons actually. Anyways.
Some are just people that just don't like rules. You're not gonna tell me you're not my real mom. My mom's
Piracy.
Yeah.
Go be a pirate.
Yeah, we had a kid one time. We had to send him back home. It was crazy.
So
And
Start my own
Yeah.
pirate.
what do you
crew.
think of Whisper?
Sorry, what now?
What do you think of Whisper? I hung out with her for a little bit last night.
I think he's gonna do that typical like teenage boy thing. Why did she say something about me?
I mean,
What, she said
she
something?
asked if the stories you told were embellished.
Oh, she didn't like say anything else. She, you know, like
No, is there something that goes along with that?
I mean, no, it's nothing. I don't know.
Insight.
I know he's not playing it off at all. You read that 100%. I'm not even gonna roll for it.
Okay.
But no, I think Typhon would explain a little bit. Like, so like yeah, because you can see that Whisper is a loner, but
Yeah.
when I kind of like started getting the hang of things,
She's a
and-
cool loner.
Yeah, like honestly, she's a great person. I was one of the very few people that she was very close to, and like when we like went and do things, we try to do things in pairs and whatnot. I was her pair. I always went with her, and we always like hung out, got along. Me and her sister always hung out, got very much along. And yeah, but there's also a little bit closer history between us. But yeah, leaving the ship without saying anything has probably not helped anything. And now I feel really bad about it. I
not.
want to make it up to her, but I don't really know how. And yeah, so that's
You should.
that. I mean, I know. I just don't know how. I mean, I'm probably gonna pull her aside and talk to her at some point and just kind of explain myself a little bit. But I don't know if she'll like
Yeah.
fully accept that.
She
I don't
seemed
know.
really cool. She pulled me aside last night.
Yeah.
And just we hung out and noticed that I was a bit more on the quieter side and invited me into her fold. She didn't have to do that, but she did.
I mean,
So-
I know we're not trying to get like super close to pirates per se, but like, I mean, during this trip, like, if you don't mind, like, talking and looking out for her, at least somebody is, because I've
Yeah.
heard she's even more reserved than she used to be, and that's not good.
I mean, we got at least one thing in common, so
Yeah. Hey, what's that?
They know you.
Yeah, that's true.
wanting to protect what you got.
I mean, that's
You
fair.
guys
yeah.
are what I got, and I will fight like hell to protect that.
And we'll fight it right there with you, as long as it's not a dumb fight.
As long as it's not a dumb fight. Brings
right.
back to the few dumb fights that
We're talking about, we
he's had.
love dumb fights.
I said, what are you talking about? That's like our thing.
Okay, there's dumb fights, then there's like fun fights. Like a bar
Right.
fight's a fun fight, but then there's a dumb fight that's like unnecessarily fighting. Well, I guess that's also a fight. We'll talk about it later.
I mean, I try not to fight unless
yeah, you're hella strong.
we're absolutely in danger. So
I don't want to get punched by you.
why?
You should arm wrestle. And wait, no, that.
Why
probably
would I
really too much.
ever-
Never mind.
Why would I ever punch you?
I was just thinking. My
Well, I
brain
mean,
went down a
I
trail.
have
was just thinking
before
of
because
shit.
you were being an idiot, but like,
No, I don't want a serious punch. I feel like you'll cave in my chest.
I may.
Yeah, please don't.
I'll just leave it at that. I'll
like
just walk away.
breathing.
John's. No, John wouldn't do that. Damn it.
You didn't cave in my chest, John? I'm kidding.
No, I was gonna pay Teresa to do it,
What?
but then I was like,
I
no,
know.
no, that's not his character. Damn it.
Who's your other character? And you'd be
I
like,
know,
I'll
I
pay you
know.
20 gold right now. Dude.
John will probably chuckle at the thought of it, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys get ready. Nariana is going to be like, I'm going to stay in the room. I feel like out there is a bad influence, and I don't feel great after last night.
Can imagine
Drink
why.
lots of water.
Why would you feel it's a bad influence?
Because people literally tricked her into drinking alcohol.
Oh, no,
Myself
I said that
included, I'm sorry.
laughingly.
I just wanted to see what happened.
But see, nothing bad
so
happened.
caring.
You're fine. You
It
woke up the
wasn't
next
that I
day,
didn't care. It just, even I think that you need to loosen up a little.
And wow, okay, and that's coming from. No,
That's very rich, but okay.
I also think that John needs to too. But
Nara, you want water?
Yes, please.
although John's
Okay.
situation is also more understanding, I think. But you know, it's what you're saying.
I'll quickly grab her some water before we leave.
And then
John,
Claw's
like,
gonna
would you
stay
like
back
a
with her.
book club type thing? Like, would that make you happy?
John want a book club?
Oh.
Sit around and talk about
was trying to
books.
figure out what John likes.
Everyone go quietly read for the next hour and a half, and we'll reconvene and discuss the themings of what we
And
read.
nothing
I don't
more.
want to.
You know what? John would use that just to get them to shut up.
I freaking knew. I knew you were
You'd
gonna
only
say
assign
that.
readings that you've already done, so you don't need
And he would give them, like, lengthy,
things
like,
to-
War of the Worlds lengthy, kind of dry, terrible books, and
I'm gonna
just...
look up for the Cliff
History
Notes
of the
book.
World, Volume 1.
I think there's a book that's called Cliff Notes.
Oh God. Anyway,
Encyclopedia of Botanicals and...
Encyclopedia.
so you guys
I
will
looked
get
it
ready
up.
and head out from your room. As you're leaving, one of the members of the Skull Breakers will be exiting the room as well. What you see behind you is she's roughly about 5'6", maybe 5'5", somewhere in that range. Old orc woman with just a bee bonnet amount of gray hair, just up, and she's wearing like a moo type dress, and she's clutching her purse, and she's one of the individuals that leaves that room. But she's absolutely jacked.
No surprise.
Noted.
Noted.
I wanted to make a joke, but I didn't stop myself.
Probably a smart move, considering I just said she's absolutely jacked.
No, I wouldn't have said it in character. I was
Oh.
like Skullbreaker. She can break me anytime.
He also said an old woman, but alright.
Hey, all right.
Oh, I thought you said "ol" like "ol," not "old."
Old.
Gilf.
Oh, never mind. That's the crusty. Well, they have experience, anyways.
Anyway,
Yeah, you're right.
as
No,
we
you're
go
right. That was
through
kinda
the
ageist,
inner
yeah,
machinations
yeah.
of Typhoon's mind.
We're all lost there.
Even Typhoon.
So you guys will head out from your room, going into the main bar area. Back in the corner currently is Cloud Eyes and Captain Squall sitting over in the captain's corner. They're both drinking coffee, and they both have food in front of them currently.
Before we fully come down the stair, like as we see them, just like gonna look back at everyone, like, are we ready to talk to them now, or like, do we want to organize something?
John's just gonna like gesture, like lead the way.
All right. I'll do like a wave kind of gesture to see if we're okay to come over, or if they're like dealing with something first.
Immediately, just come on.
We're in.
As we're coming over, I want to make up Teresa like match the energy that she had last night. Just very quiet. Maybe walking like a few steps behind everyone else. Yeah.
Okay. So you're doing lead the way. I imagine Dragonheart's also doing the lead the way.
Sure.
So you approach over when you get to this point. There's no bouncers in front of the captain's quarters area. You can just walk back there. Next to, in between Cloud Eyes and Captain Squall, is a large stack of paperwork. Bound up in string to be held together. Between them, you see that Captain Squall is signing something, sliding it down. Cloud Eyes is signing something, and then putting it on the pile. And it's going, just continuing along that.
With a passive 23 investigation, could I gauge roughly what the paperwork's in regard to?
So, looking at the overall stylization of the paper, the font of it, the character, like the special symbols and like stamp document in the corner. These are like pretty much a shipping agreement and like a contract.
Got it. Seems legit. Seems
legit. Got it. If it came to you having to look at it, you'd probably believe.
okay.
So, as you guys approach, you guys will sit down relatively close to him. Like I said, the table is rather large, but you guys can sit close to him. And Cloud Eyes will. All right. I think I have it all. I will see you back on the ship around 3 hours? Alright, that'll do. And he will leave with the documents.
Bye, Uncle Cloud.
I'm gonna make it a point to sit in the same chair that I sat in last night. Just for shits and, the first one, just for shits
You're
and
the
gigs.
farthest one away from.
Yeah,
Okay.
the tracks. Yeah.
This shit's mine.
And As he leaves, he'll go, all right, good morning, Ty.
Morning.
And he will leave. He's kind of lost in his thoughts a little bit. So you guys sit down. Would you like any food?
Yes, please.
All right. Definitely be getting you something. Just the usual, just a standard breakfast for everyone. Like toast and eggs and stuff. Okay. Yep. Just over towards the bar. One of the workers there will nod. A sea elf woman will just head off a little bit.
Thank you.
Oh, of course, it's literally on the house.
I don't want to go on the roof. There's that.
I don't want to go in the basement.
There's the barbarian part of my brain that wants to just always be there at all times. Like it's on the house. I don't want to sit on the roof and eat. Where's Zero when I need him?
Right.
So, after a few minutes, the food is brought out and the coffee is brought to you guys. All right, so I don't have terribly much time. Just like maybe an hour and a half or so, then I have to go finish the contract work. So, we have a little bit of time to be talking about some things. So, Ty tells me that you're wanting to get off the sliver using unscrupulous means such as a bunch of thieving pirates. Looks like around and stops at John and winks. Because you ran into a bit of trouble before and you don't want any more trouble getting out. That's about right?
That sums it up.
Alright. Well then, as long as there's not an imminent danger of someone coming after my ship and blowing it up, that's fine. That's all I really care about. Past that, we can live, we can die.
Character pondering. Is there anything that we would have done that would trigger that right now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, but they don't know about
don't
us
know
or
it.
where we are. So
I mean, there's always going to be
Put
that.
it this way, slight possibility.
okay.
There's always going to be that modicum
yeah,
of threat.
That typhoon, he's like, what? Nah, we'll be fine.
Fair enough.
Nah, we're in the clear.
It's fine.
Everything's fine.
Well, alright then, we should have fine. Okay. Well are you all at, who am I kidding? I highly doubt any of you have ever been on a boat before. Other than Ty, of
I'll
course.
shake my head.
I was halfway wanting to say hi.
So, okay. So I'm going to have to be finding some things for you to do on the ship. That won't be too technically difficult, but somewhere that could be in your area of expertise. Dragonheart.
Yes, sir.
I'll probably have you be up with one of the people running the riggings,
There.
since you're so dexterous and everything.
Understood.
Your name was Teresa, right? I don't think we ever technically fully met. You did sit down near Whisper, which thanks again for sitting by her. I know she could be a little bit...
Invited me.
I thought we gave her a different name, right?
No,
No.
it's
I thought
Teresa.
when before we came to town.
The argument
when the
was that
family
there's more than one Teresa in the world.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember.
But
now.
Yeah.
it's the fact that her backstory would be changed and not.
Yes, more than
Yeah.
one Teresa.
Okay.
So,
Just want to make sure.
what are you good at?
I'm stronger than I look.
That's
All right, good to know. I'll keep that in mind in case someone decides to board the ship. But on the regular day-to-day, you're not going to be punching the ship into order.
No, I can manage anything that requires strength.
Okay, so lifting and moving things in case we need to be lifting and moving things. don't have any like super cool skills?
I'm gonna play this
What?
off, because we're trying to sell this, and I would direct it to Dragonheart, like, hey, as like her mentor, like, do you have any suggestions? Trying to sell that bit a little bit.
Well, she's done most of the grunt work. A lot of, like you said, heavy lifting. She is handy in a fight. She's been known to tinker every so often, so maybe basic repairs. I said that's. I specifically said
I was
basic
thinking
repairs,
that.
implying like
We wanna say
boards and stuff like that.
Oh, I know what you were saying. I thought everyone was like, "Oh shit!"
Look, that's why I chose
Okay.
I
very.
was sitting there thinking to myself of him
dang
not
it.
taking it that way, and then her having to repair something extremely complicated and just being funny.
I need you to be fixing me like, oh my god.
Would have probably like failed it on
Look,
purpose.
I chose my words carefully for that reason. Yeah.
So, all right. Okay, so with that then I could probably have you stick with the quartermaster. Typhoon, of course. You'll be starting from square one, and I'll be having you be one of the deckhands.
I mean,
Mock
that's fine.
duty.
Not a lot of people know me all the time. But, I got you if you need anything. Just let me know.
Oh no, I know what you're going to be doing. You're going to be swabbing the deck, taking care of the grunt work.
I mean, do I? I know so much. I can help in others.
Oh, but you're starting fresh again as part of the crew.
How come they don't have to start?
Because they're my guests. You're my son.
Even
Yes,
John
I
will
mean,
like
that's-
smirk at
yeah,
that.
that's- Can't even fight that. I don't know how to fight that. I'm not smart enough for this.
And now we
I
give it
still
about
fight.
5 minutes and he'll maybe come up with something. John, what are you good at?
Well, I don't know if many of my skills would be uniquely helpful aboard a ship outside of perhaps a scouting ability.
That's kind of useful.
I have a familiar that I can.
Ah, fly ahead of the ship. Oh, that would be pretty good, I would say. That might leave us in a bit of a space, depending on what we're seeing in front of us. Spyglasses generally see farther, but you would see more detail. How about cooking?
John just like. I wouldn't recommend it.
I was thinking, Kim.
You want a mean stew? You talk to Claw.
Yes,
that's
Claw is much more adept at cooking. I can do more of the arcane things.
Are you good at finding tiny things?
That I can do, yes. I can
Oh,
also.
perfect! I'm gonna set you up with Ratcatcher.
I freaking knew it.
So is this where like Claw's going to come back and we've revealed that Claw as a character has become a more eloquent chef?
Yeah.
Like it's like you started off as stew when you left us, but when you come back, you've learned at least
You've learned
four
how to
more
make
recipes.
4 recipes, and they're all pirate based. they're all
based
on
stews.
soups that you can make on a
It's
ship
like
for people.
Treasure Planet.
Yeah, basically.
And then, of course, I would be terrible if I made the Lady of the Cloth do anything that she didn't want to do. So that's why exactly she's going to be our navigator's assistant.
I don't want the bad juju of the gods to frown upon us, so I will not harm a cleric.
And if she's okay with it, I mean, she's good with like healing and stuff. Medical.
That's very good. I hope we don't need anything. Well, Ratcatcher is on board. People might be getting bit.
Is he still doing that?
Does he keep them alive?
The rats?
Yes.
Sometimes.
No, it depends. If he deems
mean-
them as untrainable, then we don't need them.
Fair enough.
And then sometimes he accidentally kills one or loses it.
Or loses it overboard.
Yeah.
Good to know.
You'll love
Love to
them.
hear it.
I'm sure I will.
Yeah,
He's like a teddy bear.
okay. Well, then I think we have your crew's stations figured out pretty well. I do have to ask one pretty serious thing. If the ship is boarded and we are attacked, even if we're attacked by a government vessel, who are you fighting with?
Whoever attacks me, I'm gonna have to fight them.
No, I mean on the alongside of. But I see your point. I see what you're saying. Who are you fighting next to, not who are you combating?
Well, are you guys planning on fighting me at some point?
I mean,
In a more aggressive way?
I say not particularly. Not.
Then I guess I'm beside you guys. If you're not the ones fighting me, then
All right, that's one. What about you, Teresa?
I protect my own, and government is certainly not my own.
All right, fight the power. Typhoon, I don't need to ask you this question, do I?
Yeah, no, you're fine.
John?
I will work to defend my friends.
I can respect that in a man. At least you're honest with me about it. Well, as long as Typhoon remains one of your friends, then I guess we can call it square.
I looked at John like, for friend.
Friend.
John's like internally like, damn it.
What have I done? I have called
I just
hell to
smile at
upon me.
John.
Dear diary, today was a grave day indeed.
Dear Diary, I fucked up.
Of course
You're in too
Of course
deep
he's my
now.
friend.
May
Well
I
then.
ask a question?
Of course.
If we're boarded, you said you wish for us to help in self-defense, which makes sense.
Aye.
Will we be expected? Is it an expectation to go on the offense?
Oh, are you asking if I'm planning on floating out into the water, finding some poor, lonely merchant vessel, and blowing them to Kingdom Come?
Yes.
Well, pardon me.
It's
I
not a
was
good
kind of
start.
thinking of maybe putting that on the schedule for, I think, about Tuesday. Yeah, sometime on Tuesday. I generally like to sink at least 2 ships.
Hence the Tuesday, got it.
So it's a Tuesday. So I was thinking, well, since you asked so night, no, I don't plan on bombarding any merchant vessels while I am doing a transport job for a legitimate business.
Yeah, I'll insight that for fun.
Could I ask what legitimate business you're in?
Legitimate
for?
business.
Delivery.
No, I meant the company.
Oh. It's a smaller company that contacted us recently. They are the ones that asked to meet here. They just go by the Tidewater Trade Company.
Could I roll history?
Yeah.
Does that ring any bells?
But I also know anything about that.
You guys can all roll history if you'd like.
Sure,
Okay.
let's see what fracking happens.
By the way, that was a 2 on intelligence, or 2
Are
on
you
the insight.
fucking
Yeah, you don't see anything.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
You got a nat 20, didn't you?
I did.
Don't worry.
Freaking do it.
It's a 19 with my -1.
26.
What does a 19 give me?
15.
Okay. So, natural 20. Dude, love you. Got bad news. You would have 0.
Fair enough. Totally. I expected to fail this regardless, so I will accept
I
that.
didn't want to
Nolan.
say you couldn't roll, but
You very well can. You're allowed to
I
say
just,
that.
I didn't want to take that freedom from you. But
Very
from
nice,
what
don't
your
roll.
experience is, the Tidewater Trade Company would be like, from what your nat 20 would give you, is it sounds like a very legitimate business. It could have been something that could have come and gone,
Right.
but you don't have any direct knowledge of
Totally
it.
fair. I think if you had said, it's like, I don't want you to roll, but I guess you can. If
Oh
you got
yeah,
that
the
20,
man
you'd
from
know
the middle
something.
of the desert and it went something about a shipping company. Like,
See, that was I was like, I don't
Yeah.
want to tell him he can't because I don't
That's
want to
fine.
be like, yeah,
Again, I'm not going to argue this point whatsoever.
guys, you're on nat 20. Is it a boat company? I'm out.
That sounds an awful lot like a boat company. Is it a boat company? That is right, Dragonheart. Ha! I knew it.
I knew they were a boat company.
I had a feeling.
Inkling.
What was the lowest from there?
I played with my dice. I don't remember.
You got a 15. I
Yes.
think Teresa said 2.
I got a 19.
No,
19.
2 on the
oh,
inside.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the
So on the
okay.
inside.
So with a 15, you would have no. You've seen trading companies and stuff. This one isn't quite ringing a bell.
Oh, yeah.
For the 19, and you got a 26.
Yeah.
So with a 19, you wouldn't really know anything about it per se. You know it's not based in this sliver. It's not based in the sliver. John, you would know that's based in Saluna.
Got it.
You would know that it is one of the southern-based trading companies. We can go to the map again.
Map
I'm the map.
time.
I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map.
They are
Well,
based
not the
out
same
of
thing.
Polnaret.
Okay. So pretty close to Midway.
Yep.
Got it.
Midway to midway.
They are a relatively, I wouldn't say small shipping company, but they haven't done anything noteworthy. They haven't been known to do massive orders or have connections to super valuable goods.
Got it.
But they have been around for a while. And now, so that was what you got from the 20 to 25.
Okay.
26, you know that in the past maybe 8 months, their growth has been pretty exponential.
Got it. All right. John will just kind of like nod and just kind of say, sounds vaguely familiar.
Well, yeah, I've never really worked with them before. I knew they existed, but I never really worked with them. They contacted us by sending us a fly-in letter thing. Went straight to the ship. Pretty impressive. Very scary. We did have Cloud Eyes have a look at it. Just in case. You never really know what's in a magic envelope until you have a magic person look at it, you know?
Valid, of course.
So, with him looking through it, we were able to figure out that it was an actual missive, and we went and met with one of their individuals in Polnaret and came over here.
What about how long have you been working for them? With them?
Well, we did some smaller information passings about 10 months ago. About 10, yeah. So roughly when we started. And then only recently have they asked us again to deliver. We don't know exactly what's in the package. But we do know what exactly their deal is. We swiped a copy of their contract, their side of the contract, a bit early. Like last night.
that was what your associate was doing, I'm assuming.
Indeed. She charmed her way into getting it early. And from there, now we know exactly what we're dealing with in the sense of what they wanted to offer us for the job versus what we were willing to do, so we can have a little bit of an upper hand in these negotiations that we're about to go to. Because apparently what they're moving, we don't know exactly what it is, but it's something big. Like, not big as in, well, wave breakers could be big stuff, but I mean, more of it's a big thing in the sense of important.
Is it an item of sorts?
It's a few.
Are you able to see the item?
No, they put that into box. And so since it's inside of a box, inside of another container, we can't really see it without breaking a few seals.
You can smash it with a hammer.
I think that'll go over well.
And just out of curiosity,
that box
because like I
with
said,
another
I
box.
like arcane things. What was the missive? What did it look like? You said it was a flying letter.
Oh, yeah, the first one we got was like a flying bird.
Yeah,
Like
John
a-
will clock that.
Crane-like thing. And then after that, it was more of a... It was a, we just got to like a paper airplane. And then we got enough association so Cloud Eyes and one of their associates could do sending.
I know what an airplane is.
Question: about how long ago was Charles Marigold arrested?
A couple months.
A couple, but not like 8. Got it.
You guys have been on the so he got arrested for timeline's sake. He was arrested the day that Teresa left.
Got it. Okay. I'm asking for looking for reasons why the missive might have changed shape. So, but yeah, just trying to make connections. All right.
So yeah, that's kind of the long short of it.
Where are you delivering to?
Onerette. So it's going back to their headquarters or something. So, I mean, from what I understand from Ty, you are headed back to that sliver, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, then that works out both for you. If you need to be dropped off on the northern half, you can stay on board and I can take you up, but I don't know where whatever you're about to be doing over there is needs.
We would probably want to stick to the southern half, wouldn't we, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's forward the beast.
Don't say no. That Pulnera's fine.
All right, then it works out pretty well. The journey will take us a little bit of time, so you'll be spending a good chunk of change with us, since we're gonna have to go down to the south where it gets a little bit cold, go around, and then go to Polnared. So it'll probably take about, even with the wave breaker making good time on the ocean, about 2 weeks.
It's not too bad.
No, not at all. It's generally also we don't go super fast with it. You know, fast ships, easier to mess something up with navigating or running into people you don't want to run into. So low and slow under the radar. Oh, also, Ty, just so you know, we kind of upgraded her. She's a bit different than the last time you saw her.
What did you upgrade?
Well, if we need to use it, I'll let you know.
Is it destructive?
No.
Dang it. Now that makes me more curious.
Maybe ask Cloud Eyes about it.
I'll get Uncle Cloud.
Is there anything else we need to be discussing? Anything else I can help you all with?
That's all for me.
Not off the top of my head.
All right, then let's each and just spend some time together before we spend some time on the ocean together. It's better to know your crew, what they're like on land, before you go out into the ocean. Are you all okay with motion? Rocking a lot?
Don't know. Never been on a boat, really.
We'll have to see.
That's very fair. Oh, this is going to be interesting. And just a general thing, because I want to know, how often have you all left your slivers? Left your homes?
How often or how recent?
How often?
once.
I've
I haven't gone back yet.
spent a significant time away from my home.
All right, so this will probably be easier on you. Typhoon, don't even answer. And then Teresa.
A bit.
All right, so it's going to be one hell of a ride for you then, boyo. Where's the Dragonheart? Words of advice, just for general things on the ship. We have underneath the hull of the ship are a bunch of arcane runes that kind of hide us from anything underneath the water as lip. So don't be throwing anything in. Bad news, if you fall in, you're most likely going to die. We will try and get you out as fast as we can.
Looks at Typhoon. It's like,
Or you might go invisible.
Oh, that was one of the worst. If you go under the water, you go invisible. I can't really help you.
Does he still hide his, like, does he paint his leg still?
Yep.
Why does he paint a peg leg? It doesn't make sense.
Some people go through their things how they go through a typhoon. I taught you to be more
I mean-
accepted.
Jeez, Typhoon, you
I
monster!
thought it was interesting.
Look, around certain holidays, he likes to paint the peg leg like a little ornament.
No.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, around like more of the winter solstice gift giving time, he makes his little peg leg look like a little elf.
So he
Question,
walks on an elf.
Out of character question too, because I couldn't remember if my character saw this or not. But remember when we were on the train the first time heading towards this sliver, and some of us saw something in the water? Do we know who saw that, or felt a presence?
The dragon?
No, not the dragon. When we were first coming to Sliver after you guys ate the fire spirit, there is like a presence or something you guys felt in the.
It was me and the dragon
water.
again. It was me and Claw.
I thought there was something else in the water. Okay, never mind.
We were on the train and it was Claw and I felt going like, oh yeah, there's that weird power that I'm feeling, and Claw going, what the fuck?
Okay, never mind.
I've done this before. Ah!
Okay, never mind.
So, all right, but yes, we're going to be on. There's most likely not going to be any storms, but if there is, I will not expect. For those kind of moments, I'm not going to expect you to be the ones to help out on the deck unless I really need you to. So if we do enter a storm, you'll just go below decks.
Okay.
We might run into a few beasties out there. Just in case we do. We did talk about, we talked about fighting for it, and I totally understand. I can't be held responsible if one of you die, okay?
That's fair.
That's fair enough.
I mean, I think that would be the case with no matter how we traveled, I think.
I just wanted it to be out there.
No,
You
that's
never know
fair.
if one of you were to, accidentally die. I didn't want you to be mad at Captain Squall for it.
I'd be dead.
Man,
So, all right. Rather than I think we're in a good place. And then you guys will finish up, and he will leave, and then you guys are free. Yeah.
what time does he want to meet? That's what I was gonna ask.
We can meet back here around with the negotiations, around 6 o'clock.
Okay,
That should be perfectly fine for us to make time.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate everything.
Of course. I bid you all adieu. And he will leave.
Thank you.
See, now you guys are the only ones over in the captain's quarters.
We are the captain now.
I am.
I can't put this in his
Jen pulls out a tri-cornered hat.
I put it on Constantine.
He is the captain.
Ah,
now.
finally, some recognition.
That went well.
Yeah.
Is there
Pretty
anything
so.
that seemed to be out of the ordinary? I didn't pick up on anything.
The only thing that's of any modicum of concern is the company that he's running for. Seems to have expanded quite rapidly over the last 8 months, but could be,
Shady.
well,
good
not
luck.
necessarily shady, but the fact that they're dealing in items and won't tell the people who are transporting them what they are, and the fact that they're using pirates to transport them tells me probably.
Well, I mean, if they know that they're pirates who are transporting them, that's probably why they won't tell them.
Could be as well. But
Yeah,
typically,
maybe.
there's no reason why they couldn't use a more legitimate form of transportation if it wasn't shady.
Kind of throws me off is this like matter of like connection that they had initially, like this random, what paper bird thingy, whatever it was.
Yeah,
didn't we
that
see
sounded.
that before?
We
Yeah,
have seen that.
that was what Nari used to communicate with him.
I mean, could that? I don't know. Magic is that like a coincidence thing, or can like a lot of people do that?
I mean, it's common. Well, DM, it's common, not common.
For it to be a specific origami paper crane? That's a little more niche, not completely uncommon. I mean, I say not, yes, I wouldn't say, like, unheard of, but it is very niche. And I will let you, I mean, for John's passive, and I'm pretty sure Sam's player, it happened, the connection, it being brought up multiple times, this relative is like, that's a lot of paper cranes.
John's sitting there like, okay, so it's either Charles or associates of Charles. That's what John's general line of thought is.
So keep to ourselves, not look at that, whatever that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better not to risk it.
But while we're on the ship, we can always keep like listening and our eyes open
Yeah.
just to see what we see or hear. Maybe we'll find out more.
We can
Yeah.
How
certainly hope so.
is
I mean, I
how
trust,
how is the sea?
honestly.
What
it's
can I
beautiful.
expect?
It's beautiful, but there are like when he's saying some beasties, there are some beasties that we could run into. But hopefully, with the runes down below, we won't really attract too much attention. But honestly, I don't know. I like grew up on the sea, so I feel like it's a little bit biased. But I like being at the sea. I like the motion, and it's kind of like soothing to me. But not everybody feels the same way. Yeah, it's like
I
the
hope I
whole,
take to it all right.
like when parents rock their babies to sleep, like in a cradle or something like that. I kind of feel that same vibe. Like just the rocking is smooth. Although during
That's fair.
storms, it's terrible, but it can be excitingly terrible.
You'll shit your pants, but it'll be cool.
I don't know. It's like a sense of adrenaline, but like at the same time, like I grew up with the crew. Like I trust them to do their parts, and we've been through a lot of storms. Therefore, like it's a adrenaline high moment. But like everybody covers their part, and everyone comes out fine 9 times out of 10.
I've seen paintings, depictions of the night sky at sea, so
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm kind of looking forward to that.
And the sunrise and sunset at sea, just cause like no horizon basically. It's just water. Water everywhere.
Sounds beautiful.
Just don't fall in or throw anything over. Because then that's terrible. Or you might become like me, actually. I don't know. That would hide you a lot easier.
What if I were to become a
water
water
gymnast.
gymnast?
Yeah. But I wouldn't recommend testing that theory either.
Don't.
What is it in Christianity when like people like dunk their babies in
Baptism.
I'm about to baptize you.
Right.
I wonder what would
waterboarding.
happen if Constantine got baptized in the big sparkly ocean.
He either gets his lens back or loses more.
On one hand, I thought this whole astral magical ocean thing was a really cool idea, and now that you guys are getting ready to go on it, I'm immediately like, oh god, what are they gonna do?
So actually, I have a question that like, does it affect you if it splashes on you too, or just only if you go in?
No, splash doesn't do anything.
Okay.
When it
I was like, if it
leaves the
splashes
main
through-
body,
It's just normal water.
well, it's not normal.
It's
Can you
healing
drink
water.
it? Is it salty?
It
It's
is.
actually soda.
It's no. It actually has a more acidic feeling to it whenever you drink it.
Is Mountain Dew?
It burns so good.
Acidic, not carbonated.
I mean, it is.
That's
Anyways.
how I got poison
Anyways.
resistance.
Anyways.
So,
Or acid.
What were you guys planning on doing tonight, Dragonheart Typhoon?
Well, I'm gonna see if I can shop around for materials if I'm gonna start working on your mask.
And you go, actually.
Do I have a bit of funds if you need me to pay for that, because I don't want you to do it I feel bad if you did it for free.
But yeah, we can't hear you.
What'd you say?
And we'll be right back after these technical difficulties.
Hey everybody!
Okay, we back?
Technical difficulties.
Hey.
weird.
Hey, there we go.
BCD.
I mean, if you want to help fund it, by all means, but I mean, we'll have to see what's even relatively available in this area.
Okay.
As far as like, do you have leather? Do you have other fabrics as well?
Do you have a reference drawing of a dysplasia bee?
Oh
Looking
yes,
for
it's in the
library for
museum.
that. I'll probably go with you to get materials. I need to pick up a few things too. And then I might meet back up with the crew just to hang out and catch up.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so for the sake of everything, we will Dragonheart.
Yes.
You going out and finding supplies,
Mm-hmm.
it's not terribly difficult. There are various, because this is a merchant city. You're not looking for the most, complex art like items and things. You're looking for base materials. The quality might depend on what kind of quality you want to go with. Are you feeling
Doesn't have to be the highest quality,
Okay.
no.
durable?
Yes, for the
Okay.
most part.
So yeah, you go around for a little bit and you find these basic supply shops for things like this, because leather and like spools
Cloth
and all
and
that are
stuff,
all
right?
needed for various articles of clothing anyways. So it'll probably run you to make everything. Now, to get everything for it and make it a decent displacer beast, I'd probably say around maybe like 8 silver.
Okay.
Not expensive because it's dark colors.
Yeah.
It's not like yours, which is a dyed.
Yeah, I mean, they would have some colored accents, but I wouldn't need like a massive amount of that. But yeah, predominantly black would be.
Mhm. So,
Boop. Boop. Removed.
okay.
Spent money.
And you're probably going to go back to the room and just spend your day.
Designing, like
Yeah.
sketching it out, designing it. Like, all right, we're going to go with this. And
Cool. With Claw there, you will have a pretty accurate description of a displacer beast at all times.
Yep.
Claw, displacer beast. Doodling it.
No, not that one. Give me another one.
Fierce. Give me fierce.
Give me angry.
Uh,
It becomes the
Fang
opposite.
the entire time is like posing.
Good. This doesn't help with the mask, but good.
Keep it up, Fang. You're doing
You're
great.
doing great. I love you. The camera loves you. What's a camera? Don't ask questions.
I don't know either.
The arcane eye loves you.
That one specific gem that does the thing likes you.
Oh God. So we will then jump to the Maritime Museum.
Yay!
Yeah.
So let me just change the
Nerds.
music.
Also, I wanted to, because I was trying to go with Dragonheart to get stuff just to make the jewelry. So I was thinking about.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't turn you away. So
No.
go away, Ty. You're stinky.
Wow.
So yeah, no, you easily go to like
Ew.
there's jewelry supply shops here and things like that. That's perfectly
Yeah,
fine. For
I just
you,
get stuff.
how nice of the stuff are you going for?
Decent and durable is more so what I'm going with because like we get in fights and stuff.
So jewelry stuff,
Durable.
and it always costs a little more. So we'll say for you, a gold and 6 silver.
Okay, and then I'll be breaking that up, but I'll make it work. Thank you.
Welcome. And then you're gonna say you're gonna go hang out with your crew.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So you guys go back to the room, then you split off to go hang out with your crew. On the way to the Maritime Museum, there are several signs for it and various, directional posts for the Maritime Museum. As you guys approach this waterside building, it is a probably about 4-story building. It is one of the more ordinary looking buildings for being this central, because as I said before, Dramic, as it's gone and gotten bigger and bigger, the semicircle, each like ring of a tree, ring of the city is as it expands. So this where it sits, it's pretty old, but it appears to be in relatively good condition, but very ordinary. The blocks are very purposeful. It has a nice, beautiful stone archway, and with what appears to be like composite shipwood doors that have been weathered but also treated and stained, so they have a very beautiful, like natural aquatic feel to them. And of course, to the shipwood, so they already have that smell of like old wood as you approach this museum. The banner on the museum, though, not quite the same aesthetic. It is in big, bold, energetic letters. Maritime Museum of Dramic. Bring your family. It's kind of has this like aesthetic of trying to be family friendly in this area and trying to be like, hey, come learn history. You're not in a bad part of the town at this point for where you are close wide to the dock. It's just you are the older part of the city closest to the dock, so it's kind of like cultural center / well, not many people are just going to wander down here this close to the docks for no reason.
Gotcha.
So it is their mascot is like a semi-anthropomorphic ship, kind of like a large sailing ship, but it has eyes and like arms going like as it like it's up on a wave.
Are people coming in, going out?
So you guys are going, we'll say like around, because you guys started eating around 10, an hour or so of conversation. Well, I'd say you guys get there around like 11:30, 11:45-ish.
Lunchtime.
Yeah. So the area is kind of abuzz with people walking back and forth, but not too many going in and out of the building, but that's also what you see as you approach.
Mm-hmm.
So there is this general air of peacefulness around the building. You see there's a large like floor, like sign on the outside that says admission 3 copper per person, 1 copper for children, 0 copper for infants. All floors are currently open. And it gives like a brief rundown of each floor, ranging from general Dramic history to ship models themselves. There's some interactable exhibits they have. They have that's the bottom floor is a look into the life in the ocean.
John will pay the 6 copper for both of them.
Oh, thanks.
Big spender.
Flashing that money around, I see.
Look, man. Yes. Yes, John's terribly flush with copper.
Flush with copper.
As he just will kind of look at Teresa and just be like, I actually don't remember the last time I've been to a museum.
It might be good to, relax a bit and step into history.
Well, that and it certainly couldn't hurt to learn a bit more about maritime things, considering.
Yeah, considering where we're headed.
Yes.
So you guys enter in.
Yeah.
The bottom floor is the like. I'm not saying monsters of the deep, but it is like the aquarium section.
Please tell me that like there's that giant hanging like plastic whale that there is in like every single science center and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course there is.
It's not a whale though.
What is it?
It's an aboleth.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
John's
Oh.
immediately like, fuck.
What? What?
Gross. It's just tentacles and teeth. That's all it is.
Would you like me to roll to see how much John knows about aboleths?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh no.
Aboleths, yeah, are not very attractive.
It's a
history?
mouth with legs.
23.
Dorothy, yeah, you know a lot about aboleths.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that stuff that has to do with aboleths for the company. Pretty good. So you know about them.
Yeah. John would just tell Teresa a little bit about aboleths, about how they're like basically these ancient creatures that can use telepathy to like lure people and control their minds and like that kind of thing. They usually are like reside in like deep waters or like underground caverns, that kind of thing.
So, do you think there's a chance of us encountering one?
I certainly hope not.
Me too. I would. I'm strong, but that's. Ugh. Ugh.
Good to know.
Do you guys want to look around that floor?
I mean, I think we'd probably just like peruse.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just wander the whole thing. Wander around. Is
Okay.
there like people?
There are a handful of people. The building, like I said, is to be fair, how big the building is, we all know our favorite standard of measurement.
Like 4 Applebee's?
About 3.5.
3.5 Applebee's? Okay.
So it's got a lot of space to it.
You know what? I should really just look up how
I just imagine like
Standard
the
size of an
interactive
Applebee's.
much square footage
Of an average Applebee's.
of an
Here at Roll Call Studios, I don't use feet.
I use Applebee's.
I use Applebee's because we've all seen an Applebee's in a mall, like in a shopping area.
So about 5,500 square foot, roughly.
roughly.
Yeah.
I'm so mad you looked
Fuck
up the actual
Imperial,
size
fuck
of an
metric.
Applebee's because now I'm sad.
Well, no, that was times 3.5.
Still, you put a quantifiable measurement, and I don't like that.
Sorry.
Do you have a mental picture of how big that is?
Yes, now I do.
No, yeah, because of the numbers, not because of the Applebee's.
It's the
I
numbers'
imagine
fault.
the interactive exhibits are like the ones that you see at like the exploratorium. Like,
Yes, one is a play, so kind of like one of the movies that you could go to, like IMAX, but it's like an interactive story about like the maritime history and ships and the ocean itself. There is a like tide pool, but it has all been you can't touch anything. You can just go up real close to them because they're in like these bubbles.
just
Got it.
And there are larger of these spheres that are completely sealed, unless through like magic. That there are various fish of the astral sea and various astral beings, like animals that float about, and also like kind of astral-sized actual animals. So there are like schools of fish that would be what we would know here on Earth to be a standard ocean fish, and these have just been transformed into like an astral version.
Got it.
So think of Dory, but super astral.
Wow.
Clownfish, more like space clownfish.
Space clownfish.
Not some that they
God,
have
now
like.
one of the space clownfish has to have the Chuckles voice.
I'm going to commit various war crimes
Under the water.
in the water.
I refuse.
Sounded too adventurous.
Yeah. Yeah. I think as they go along, if like John would continue to like, you know, extrapolate for certain things, Teresa would like definitely take that in, and just really I guess immerse herself.
In the water.
I see what you did there.
I'm guessing this is more your speed.
I mean, this is more enjoyable, honestly, but
Yeah.
I understand why it's not everybody's cup of tea. And I know that there was jokes about a book club or whatever earlier, but I actually wasn't always so. I mean, I was always kind of weird, but I was a bit of a party guy in my youth. Just when I was in school and such, and I mean, you're young and you do stupid things,
And now you've mellowed out.
exactly. So
Yeah.
you know.
I know people, I know a lot of us kind of make you the butt of the joke sometimes. If that ever, hurt your feelings, I would like to apologize.
No, I wouldn't say that it ever really hurt my feelings. I mean, I understand why the jokes are
But if
there.
it's bothered or annoyed.
Annoyed's probably the more close term, but even with that, it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So
I think they're just trying their best to integrate you and not, make you feel left out.
of course,
In their own way.
And I understand that, and I appreciate that, and I know sometimes I can come off a bit standoffish. It's really not that I don't want to spend time and get to know people. It's just that we've obviously been put in a situation where such things are complicated.
You're a bit more careful.
I have to be.
Yes. How are you? I would imagine, like, along this trip, we try and find like a place that like isn't super like crowded or like away from people. As I'm saying this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now imagine you're doing it right in the food court.
Just
Right by the tide pool where all the fucking kids are gathered.
One comes over and just sneezes on John.
Johnson.
You're tall.
Yeah, no. Not
You're
quite
short.
that. You're short.
Just like sneezes acid on us.
No, why do I feel it's one of those things? It's like he just walks over. It's like, you're tall. You're short. Have you seen the fish? They're wet. And then walks away.
Have you seen my friend?
It's impressive that you got that sneeze all the way up to my face.
Do you want to see a cool bird? Pulls out half-dead bird.
Much better.
yeah, I mean, John likes that thing.
Horrifying, truly.
Good job.
No, you guys are off at like one of those quieter parts where there's no super fancy light like aquatic life, but peaceful.
Yeah. And then Teresa would just say, just checking in. How are you feeling about all of this? I know it's
It's difficult because obviously I don't want to violate anything, but I understand that there are situations. I'm trying to justify it to myself, and it's not going so
Very
well,
hard.
but I'm trying. I'm not
I
going to do
understand.
anything that would jeopardize the current plan. I believe very much that the law is there for a reason, but I also understand that the law is not always right, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Yeah. If there's anything I can do to help mitigate this, please let me know. If you need to, if something happens, if you need to duck away when we're in a precarious situation with the law, I'd be willing to cover for you.
Well, I said that I would protect you all to the best of my abilities, and I did mean that. Let's just hope we don't run into that situation.
Yes.
On the other hand, I'm glad to see you making friends. What was the little one's name that was you were
Oh.
whispering to?
Whisper, yes.
Oh, the name is Whisper. Oh,
Yeah.
tracks.
She saw me as a bit of a loner. I feel a little bad for I mean, I wouldn't call it deceiving, but it's kind of deceiving.
A little bit.
Deceiving her. But she and I have a bit in common. So, despite that lie, I think that was good. She really did want to help out with you yesterday.
Oh, with what?
And you were coming and like you were coming over and like she saw what happened with you and Stormrider and she was a little, she was trying to help cheer you up, I think.
No, I
Because
wasn't.
from her perspective, it seemed like Stormrider kind of like, tossed you around a bit.
I mean, I kind of let her.
Oh,
I wasn't
you
going
know
to start a
that.
fight in the middle of a pirate bar.
You know that,
Which,
but she didn't
Saying
know
that
that,
loud
so
seems like the perfect place to start a fight. Never mind.
yeah. You know that, but she didn't know that, so she was trying to like,
I
help
didn't
a
upset
bit.
her, did I?
Yeah. A little.
Oh.
Just a little.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll apologize at some point.
Mhm.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm sure it's not. Yeah, no, you're fine. I don't think it was like a super egregious thing, but I just wanted to explain since you seem to have picked up on what we were talking about.
No, just
you
vaguely. I heard something about somebody being similar to somebody else. To be honest, I was much more preoccupied with keeping my eyes on others. In particular, you know which one.
Yes.
Somewhere typing sneezes.
In particular, our problem middle child.
Lysandra.
Did you glean
Problem.
anything?
Well, I simply saw her pass the documents that I'm assuming the captain was talking about this morning.
Right, a missive.
And documents I'm sure she procured legally.
Yes, legally. Yes,
So
Legally.
legal.
very legally.
The legalist.
The legalist of legalies.
Yes. But yeah, if if there's anything I can do to help out, just let me know.
I will. I appreciate it. If in any point in this attempt to be more introverted, you find yourself actually becoming too introverted, let me know.
I will.
I'll
I
tell
mean,
you to
I
do
won't-
something stupid. Or whatever. It'll be fine.
Cap.
off this sliver.
Right.
Off this.
Of
sliver.
course. Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't really see myself as introverted, but I don't see myself as that outgoing either. Like I'm
I
no.
think there's a term for that. It's an ambivert, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not, Dragonheart or Typhoon. I'm not, someone who goes out and very, out there. But I don't mind keeping to myself a little while.
Well, this is probably a good thing. I mean, if we're going to be traveling with them, it's probably best to try and let Typhoon, as he says it, just complete disbelief he's saying it, let Typhoon lead things.
The cringe is so
Just like
involuntary.
the cringe is so hard right now.
The shudder. Best if we let Typhoon.
But these do seem to be people that he has camaraderie with, so
Doubt me so.
And if we can, I hate to say the word, but if we can use them, I I don't mind.
I
I say that in
genuinely-
the.
I genuinely believe that Typhoon has good intentions.
Yes.
And I think that if given the opportunity, he has the potential to do good. I worry that being back amongst his former crew will lead him other ways.
He just needs to think things through a bit more.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if we are found aboard a ship of this kind, it would make that significantly harder to do anything to help his sister.
Yeah.
So.
I hope that being in his presence is kind of rubbed off on him a little bit. But one can hope.
Anyway, ooh, look at the jellyfish.
Oh, jellyfish.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
One kid
They're like
has failed.
floodfish, like-
He's failed his
Yeah.
wisdom save, and he's just like,
Is there
It's a flare fish.
is there a gift shop?
there is a gift shop. As you guys
shop.
keep going around and exploring the museum, you're passive, John.
Yeah.
Just while going around, while you guys are looking at the different ship, they're models of the ships. They're pretty big. There's of course there's pieces of actual ship, but there's not like an actual ship in the building.
Right,
That
sure.
would be insane. But while you're walking around, you do see somebody walk past with an emblem on their shoulder of a ship breaking through a wave.
It's not somebody that I recognize from the
It is
table.
not someone you recognize, but you do see them walk over to a bench and then sit down.
Teresa, I need to sit for a moment. Why don't you go check out the tide pool again?
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Whatever you say, boss.
And here it is again. Once again, the I trust you
Well-
implicitly.
Will Teresa, can I do something like pick up on, this sudden oh, I need to sit
That'd be an
down.
insight check.
Insight to Spanish.
Yeah, John will just rub his leg like it's Charlie horse, you know.
Damn. Okay, the first one was a natural 20. The second one was a 19 for a dirty 20.
I mean,
I'll roll it because he's being deceptive in general, not necessarily to her,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a 16. I'd say you pick on it.
Yeah. Risha would just be like, okay, if you need me, I'll be where you told me to be.
And John's just gonna like sit down over on like the other side of the bench, or if there's more than one bench, then on a bench nearby. Just
You can do a bench like a little bit away.
yeah.
I was over on the bench.
Bench,
Are
bench.
you spying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Teresa,
Yes.
where are you headed? To the typo area?
Just high pool area. How far away is the gift shop? Is it like on the way out?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll just like make my way around again and like still nearby, but like actually just try and learn things while keeping like an eye on John.
Cool. Okay, we'll put a pin in that. So John, you sit down and you look at this. This is a Triton woman. She has a long head of hair that has been braided into like a central point where she has it just down here. She is currently wearing like not say fine clothes, but she's wearing nicer clothes. And she still has the emblem on her jacket that she's wearing that passed by. You see her, and she's sitting there, and give me an insight.
Oh, dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, you can tell that she's pretty nervous.
Okay.
She's bouncing her leg a lot, like looking around, sitting there, looks in her coat, looks back.
Okay.
For about 15 minutes. And around the 15, 16 minute mark, another individual will approach and sit down next to them. The individual you see is a middle-aged human. He has, ruddy red-brown hair, like kind of patchy facial hair, but like shaped. We'll sit down with your, you're actively perceiving, but
yeah, if you want me to, I can roll perception. My passive 17.
no, your passive investigation and perception. You're fine. Okay. I'm gonna count those as base score unless it's something harder than that.
Okay.
So as you're looking and like observing, you see that there is the individual. He sits down. He pulls out what appears to be a like folder, and on that folder is the Tidewater trade.
Got it.
Are you able to? I can't remember. You're not able to read lips, are you? With
You're
I can't
observant?
remember. I say, do you have observant?
That's what I was just gonna look. I do have observant. So yeah, I can interpret as long as it's a language I understand.
Well, they're speaking in common.
Yep. Then
You
I can
don't
read
know that.
lips.
So as you're sitting there, just casually, like, you're like looking but not looking in a way. You've done surveillance work before. You are co-op.
I can roll for co-op if you want.
Roll for
No,
call. Or
because
is that one of
you're-
those ones that
that
you gave
roll
yourself
is
plus 30 in?
You can roll me stealth at advantage.
Okay. You sure you don't want me to roll for cop?
Yes, for everyone at home.
What's
I'm-
the plus
I'm-
on cop?
I've got a plus 44 to cop.
Yeah, I figured that was the
But I have a
case.
plus 97 to being a smartass. So
Yeah, you nat 20 that yesterday with Whisper.
yeah.
Accidentally.
Yeah. It's my passive smartass. So 15 on stealth.
Okay. Okay. And you two. Okay. So they don't seem to take note of you.
Okay.
And you're sitting there and you're watching them and reading their lips. You are hearing through them that the deal has been made in order to get everything to work properly. We're going to need to know where you are. So take this folder, put it with the paperwork, and that'll be it. If you do what we tell you to, we'll let your sister go.
Got it.
And she will just... Okay. Okay, yeah, I can definitely do that. I'll just walk in with some navigation papers and I'll mix them in. Dude, how... Is she okay? Your original apprehension did cost her. She's alive. Then he will get up and he will leave.
Okay.
Cutting back over to Teresa. Oh, don't worry. You aren't free from this.
Tidal pool. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, look at all the pretty colors.
You will hear from behind you. Teresa?
Who does that
That
sound
voice.
like?
You met him a place called Loftwood.
Right. He's the
Baldric.
Baldric, the bearded.
No. Not Baldric the Bearded.
That the paladin dude?
I don't remember if you shared everything you learned about him, right, John? Or no?
We
thought I-
made the connection.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say they made the connection. Yeah.
So, with that connection being made, you definitely would...
For player knowledge, since it's been a while, what did we ascertain he was? He was like some high-ranking official, right? That like went on a sabbatical.
So he's like the chief warden of the chief warden.
Right.
This man is the, how to put it, this man's like, God, I can't think of a character comparison who it could be from popular media. Kind of like the Batman of the government.
Yeah. The Batman.
Is
He
he a
keeps
man?
he keeps prisoners in Arkham.
Fair.
There you go.
He's not a vigilante though.
No, but he is like revered as Batman is when he's a superhero.
Yeah.
um,
I'll turn around. Baldric?
oh, hello. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Are you following me? I'll just say very jokingly.
What? No? Did I? Oh, am I giving that impression? I am so sorry. I did not mean to do that.
If you're a stalker, you're like the worst kind.
I'm here to just pick up
I'm
something being delivered and deliver it back to Gemstead. I'm finally done with my pilgrimage.
Did you what conclusion did you come to?
You wanna go sit and talk?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind. Am I close enough that I can try and get John's attention by something subtle?
So this is simultaneously happening with John watching the conversation. So
Okay. can I try to do like a subtle like finger wave? like a just when my back turned to Baldric.
Like what? Try
No,
and, like,
Do you want me to roll perception at disadvantage to
Yes.
see if I catch that?
If you
while I'm
catch
trying to look
Teresa-
that? Yeah. That's my perception again.
You say nothing.
No, I'm a
AC.
little preoccupied.
yeah, just
Yeah,
like,
no, you're good.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, a traitor. Oh.
Oh
it's
no,
fine.
the pirates have a traitor. That's terrible.
I'm totally not morally justified for my trepidations now. Damn.
Darn.
Not knowing if that worked or not, and not wanting to like tip off Baldric, I'll walk with him, making sure that like the place isn't like too far away, just like is here right?
Yeah, this should be okay. At this point, you've gone out of eyesight, so they are effectively
Okay.
gone
yeah,
from you.
Yeah.
This is fine.
This is fine.
You guys go and sit near a window, just looking out over the ocean. That's like at the back part.
Listen, Teresa, rule 1, never go to a secondary location.
Whoopsie doo.
Look, okay, Baldric
I'm going to
does it.
commit various crimes.
No, a war cry.
I'm going to commit more war crimes. It's straight up. Just
Yeah.
if you haven't seen Adventures, like Tales of Adventures, you go watch them. They're pretty good. They're very good. They're great.
Yes.
They're great.
So it takes over, and you're sitting like on a bench, just looking out at this large window, looking out over the ocean. You know, Teresa, what you and I talked about over in Loftwood really stuck with me for a while.
Really?
Well, yes, I mean, I am on a pilgrimage, but it was pretty enlightening conversation.
It was for me too.
How have you been? Is everything good? How is...
Yeah, I've been good. Me and my companions have, through a series of things, just made our way over here. We plan to stay here for a bit. Just taking in the new sights and seeing what can be saw. I mean, this place seemed pretty interesting, so.
Yes, interesting is a way to put it.
Can I insight him with just like general disposition?
Oh yeah. As you're inciting, you'll be like, I saw 5 different crimes this morning.
Really? That can't be good.
No, I mean, they're technically, one was jaywalking, so I'm not really going to get
15.
for that one.
15.
With a 15, there seems to be something on his mind that's like really heavy to him, but you can't quite place it. But he does seem generally happy to see you. But also there's like that heaviness to him.
Okay. Right, I apologize. I didn't wait. He didn't tell me like who he was, right? When we were like
No.
no.
He told you that he's going to go do some work that his father did. And that his work is protecting important people, but nowhere did he mention what his entire title was. To him, to you, what it originally sounded like, 'cause I remember explaining it this way, the first time you heard about it, you thought he was like a hired hand, a
Mercenary.
guard. Yeah,
Yeah.
mercenary.
Did you finish what your father started?
Oh, the pilgrimage and going around? I did have to cut it slightly short, but I'll consider 98% good.
98% good. What about the other 2%?
I saved the closest things to Gemstead for last, but just as I was getting into the area to go more north, I was told to come here and pick up a package and head into Gemstead.
Gotcha. Well, they're not like working you too hard, are they?
Oh, no, 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 no.
I hope
I
they're not.
haven't been filled in on anything going on recently around. This is kind of just coincidence, and I figured
Yeah.
if I don't jump in to work feet first and just pick up this, I would probably try and extend my leave longer than I should.
Yeah. Well, it's very nice to see you. It really puts the world into perspective how small it is.
I know. It's been wonderful. Where have all of you been? You said you were traveling around.
We've been. Oh, looks at the map.
Here and there,
Hold
and
on.
a little of everywhere.
I got you. Bonk.
Yeah.
Do.
Yeah. I see the map.
We've been places doing things
Seeing people
Yeah.
and other things.
and saying stuff and eating
Yeah.
things.
We spent a bit of time heading down to Midway, and then back up north, and we decided why not hit up the next sliver, and so we're kind of doing what you're doing, making a pilgrimage around, hit Low Road and Hollows and Korchak, and we went to and now we're in Dreamic. Thank you for your finger narration.
You are welcome.
Your pointer narration.
As you went Holos, Felidin, Lumbra, Braum, but I see what you did. You went.
I didn't.
Meow. You wanted to completely ignore this entire area.
Yeah. Yep, and it's for reasons.
So he will. Oh. Well, I'm glad you have been able to enjoy the sliver. Is this your first time visiting? I can't remember if we discussed where you were from.
No, we didn't. I'm Star's trying to think of something. I'm actually from Brom.
Oh, you're from Braum.
Yeah. Born and raised.
Oh. Well, everyone comes from somewhere. It's surprising that, I guess, are you acting more of a guide for your friends then?
Along this stretch, I wouldn't say so much a guide, as I haven't been everywhere in the sliver, but I've been, helping where I can, and mostly letting the natural course take its way.
Well, I'm glad that if fate led us together again to be able to talk about things.
Me too.
Have you heard anything about all of this? Since you were in Korchak and Holos.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything? No one's given me direct information, but apparently something strange went on in Felidin.
Yeah, I mean, news spreads pretty quickly. I don't know exactly what's going on, but it's heard something happened.
Well, I mean, I can't. It's understandable that you wouldn't know the ins and outs going on. You're just visiting with your friends.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm just taking a small respite.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that. From what I understood from the whole Felidin thing is that there are some rumblings of traitors and individuals trying to undermine the Gilded Ones, but I don't know if that's just hearsay or whatever that is.
That doesn't sound great. I
No,
hope
that's
they're
probably
caught
why they're
soon.
calling me back. Me too. If I, as we've discussed before, sometimes following an order and working for certain individuals isn't always the easiest, and following your heart in truth is the matter of it. I care more about the people.
That's very noble of you.
Thank you. So if I can find the individuals causing this ruckus, I will act as the will of the people and protect that.
You should. That's the thing I really enjoy about this liver is I can rest easy at night knowing that there's people like you there to make sure things run smoothly and not that many incidents occur. So, feel safe.
Oh, well, that's so nice of you, Teresa. That really makes me feel better about what my job is and everything I do. I'm glad that I make an impact. That's my goal.
You do. You make quite an impact.
I don't know how long you'll be in town. You said you're staying for a bit. I'm here waiting on later today. I should be getting that, but if you have time, I would love to maybe go get some food and just talk.
Starts thinking timeline wise, we said we were going to leave today, right? Is that what we said?
I thought we had 2 days, right?
You
Yeah,
originally were told 2 days, but because of the
this
getting the
timeline had
contract,
been moved up.
he
Got
said
it.
that we can move, we can get out of here
Yeah,
even sooner
yeah.
now.
And this morning we had mentioned something about meeting up at 6 today.
Yeah.
Was that to imply that we were going to leave?
It was more of to meet up after the deal has been made to get an exact time. So you don't know if it is leaving today, leaving tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, pertaining, I don't, pertaining my companions don't want to leave, I wouldn't mind.
Wonderful. Let's see. What is a good place to get some food in the area? Oh, there's the harbor market, and in there are some food stalls, and it is great and authentic food from the area. Since you said you've never been here before, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, then there we go. It's the date. But no,
It's
not
a
like
date?
not like that kind of. Unless no, not that kind of. I meant like a date is like we've figured out. You want to say like 7?
Baldrick, is this being unprofessional?
Did you say that?
Yes.
I mean, technically, I'm not on duty, so
You know
No.
what I mean.
you are. I am merely now knowing that you are from Brahm. I am merely engaging with a citizen of the country in order to better understand where you are.
Me out of all the people in this sliver, you chose me.
Randomly assigned, randomly chosen. I didn't. I didn't choose it.
Right. Right. Anyways, it sounds good. I'll meet you there.
Perfect. Well, it was great to see you, and let the rest of your group know I say hello.
It was good to see you too, and I definitely will let them know.
Great. All right, now how do I get out of here? I gotta pick up a thing from the gift shop.
I'll hand. I think Teresa would have like picked up like a map, and so she would just like hand it to him, just like.
Oh, okay. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
the little brochure. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, I will see you 7.
I'll see you at 7. Yeah. And then watching him go, Teresa will get up and walk around a bit. Going back to like where John is roughly, but just lingering around there.
Around this time after the conversation and sitting and everything, they have dispersed.
Okay.
They've each gone a different way.
Yeah, cool. After they leave, I'll go back and find Teresa.
So as they're leaving is when you see Teresa like around the corner.
Yeah. Hey.
Hello.
Your ankle, is it?
Oh yes.
Is that right?
I was able to work out the Charlie horse. It's fine.
Good. You wouldn't want that to mess anything up.
Right. Would you mind if we cut the rest of this short and headed back to the tavern?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. I wanted to get something from the gift shop, but it's fine. I can.
Are you sure?
I can.
I mean, we're here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Don't we have to go through it to leave? Isn't that how these things are set up?
Yeah, that's true. Let's. Let's go.
Okay.
And
you guys are...
Johnny can probably pick up like something.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
happened.
No, John will pick it up.
Yeah.
So you guys make your way to the gift shop. It is pretty standard. There are like deactivated or denatured vials of like ocean water in there. There's some stuffed plushies of like the mascot and like an aboleth and some other fish type things. There's also like ship memorabilia and various like shot glasses, like the stereotypical stuff.
Right.
There's nothing crazy in there.
Do I see him?
Except for a very large man who is
Yeah.
Currently, I mean, so to describe what he was wearing, he was no longer wearing just traveling clothes now that he's back here. He is wearing like off-duty guard type material.
Would John clock that?
Oh, that there's an off-duty guard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, then we are very, not quickly, but we're just like taking a quick look and just being like, nothing exciting, and then...
And this man's big.
Yes.
And he is
Teresa
no longer,
glancing.
He no longer has his longsword.
Gotcha.
He has a big old greatsword. Now his is... He does not have to have his tied up or any sort of checked or anything like that. But yeah, it's currently on his back.
Mm-hmm. Teresa in her head just being like, but I wanted a stuffed animal.
Would Teresa like fixate on Baldric when you enter in?
I think she'd clock him and then like try to just leave.
So then you would both notice each other clocking the large guard man.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
His passive, if you guys are moving at a regular speed, he wouldn't really notice because he's pretty enthralled in trying to find a very particular item.
Yeah, cool.
You leave.
Oh boy.
So
Scott starts sweating.
You guys head back to the Salty Mariner Inn, and we're gonna jump to Typhoon next time.
Yeah. Oh.
It is only almost 12:30.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. We party hard anyways.
Party hard,
We
party
got
hard.
some shit, man.
Right.
Or we hardly party. Aha.
Look, he doesn't suspect a thing.
He knows.
I know you're not listening to the tense music that's on stream, but it is currently strings going like blum, 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 like very tense.
Dream knows too.
Look, I think I skirted around things. Oh, semi okay.
Oh yeah, totally.
You have a date with it.
So yes, we will be back next week, 8:30 p.m. here on this channel. But before we go, I will pass it across to one of the I was gonna say Saiyamen.
The Saiyaman. Come
Yeah, because you were doing the pose.
Oh, that would be was it the Ginyu Force?
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Ginyu Force.
I remember things. So, today we played D&D! This video will go up on YouTube on Monday.
You say Monday, you say.
We'll be back next Friday with more D&D.
Hey.
But if you can't get enough TTRPGs, come back Sunday.
Sunday.
You can't get enough.
Indeed,
Sunday.
you can come back and watch Vampire the Masquerade, DC by Night, Monument of
I know you want
Shadows.
to.
Hell yeah.
Story told by Cymerk.
That's me.
Speaking of Cymerk, if they can't get enough, even after that, what else can they do?
You can check out the RPG table tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/the RPG table, where we'll be playing Vampire the Masquerade Chicago by Night, where I play a fucked up person with fucked up priorities. So check that out.
Motherfucker, let's go.
Hey.
You're telling me there's more
We haven't
TTRPGs?
announced that they're officially partners yet either, have we?
We have on our Sunday channel, but I can certainly do that now. By the way, speaking of the RPG table, we are now officially in a partnership with them. So check them out, support them, and we hope to do a lot of like stuff with them in the future.
Crossovers.
We've been friends with them for a long time. We just kind of made it official. So we're now like we were friends, but now we're like
Now we're like
Friends.
friends.
Now we're
we're like
exclusive.
friends.
Friends.
Oh, we're wiener cousins.
We're wiener cousins.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. That's what I look for in a friendship.
For anybody
I
who
love
watches
this.
Scrubs, yes, we're wiener cousins.
All right. So,
Brandon said, and on that note,
anything else from the Peanut Gallery?
Yeah, just one last time. We are still doing a fundraiser on GoFundMe to raise money for Kathon's family and his partner after his passing. For those of you in the VTubing community, Kathon was a clown VTuber who passed away very suddenly at the beginning of this week. So if you could donate or share the link, that would be a lot of help. So that way they can take care of some bills and funeral expenses and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't believe so.
All right. Then we will see you guys for some more D&D next Friday, but maybe see you on Sunday.
Sunday.
You'll be
Yeah.
here Sunday.
Yeah, you'll be
better.
here.
You'll be
Sunday.
here Sunday.
You better.
Or else.
Yeah.
Else I'll spit on
Until
you.
then,
I'll be at work. Bye.
bye.
I.
Bye.